What is going on, everyone?
What is up, people?
Welcome to CloudStationTV. And we got Bet, we got Ray with us, and JD is gonna be late. He's gonna be there later. Don't worry, people. We still have JD. He's still part of the gang. He just actually got off work, so he's running a bit late.
He will grace us with his presence tonight.
You guys got to give him a break. He only got one leg.
we got a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Megatron X in the chat. What up?
Don't mess with her in Siege, man. She pulled my pants down and whooped my ass, man. She's deadly. She's deadly. Deadly.
Oh yeah.
I feel weird with this background that I've got. I mean, it's a real life background now.
Well, you know, I love the work of art you got behind there, dude.
Yeah, that's like a Picasso. I got that on sale.
That is. That's awesome.
Ray, that was just between us. I'll put myself under so I block my face instead when there's a message.
When there's
I try to be polite. I'm Canadian.
Dude, I'm trying to get my wife to go up to Vancouver, man. I'm trying to tell her that, hey, let's move to Vancouver, and let's, she don't want to do it.
I heard it's really lovely over there. There's Fall Island on the west. It's Comox.
Yeah.
Apparently, really nice weather, similar to what you guys get in California. So,
I got two friends, man, that left. I got two friends that left the big area, got married. Now they're Canadians.
Canada is a good place, man.
Yeah.
That's Meg. So, what is going on, Vet? You had a unfortunate turn of event happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been pushing out content still, but unfortunately, after I did my show yesterday, my laptop gave me a lovely message that says, I don't know, something about the power adapter. I can't determine what the power, if I have one, or the wattage in it. So, and I showed everyone, I was like, this is what my power adapter looks like. This is the brick. This is the weapon that they gave me that goes to my computer. It's basically a big power supply. It's a 240 watt. So the kid that I went to Best Buy had to be the dumbest technician. Well, he wasn't a technician.
I don't know. I think I got you. I heard your story. I think I got you beat, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, when you're sitting there and Googling, trying to figure things out and just blowing into it like it's a Nintendo cartridge,
wow.
So I'm like, all right, this is not working for me. So I have to take it back up there tomorrow. I'm hoping it's just the power supply, the adapter, and not the actual computer, because if I have to ship it out, then I'm out of a computer for a couple of weeks. But I can still stream. I've got a couple of ways I'm going to try to finagle to stream to YouTube. Otherwise, I'm stuck with Twitch, but I can use the NVIDIA Shield that I have and stream directly to Twitch.
Well, let me tell you something.
This little device there.
Yes, that cute little device.
Stuff.
I went to Best Buy, and I'm not picking at Best Buy because I know there's some good Best Buys, there's some good Geek Squads. But this one I went to, I told the guy back in 2018, I said, hey man, I need to buy a gaming PC, and I had I had some cash in my pocket, so I was gonna buy it on the spot. And I said, can you give me any, what's the specs and everything? Yeah, this one got lights. It goes red, and it goes blue, and it goes green on the side. Seriously,
like that.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, dude, kid, he didn't even want to show me anything, because I think he thought I was just wasting his time. So I went across the street and I took a computer off the shelf and I bought it on the spot from another place. But damn.
The guy that didn't belong in the computer department.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, you can tell whether it's the computer department at Best Buy or the Geek Squad. You can tell which ones don't fit with that job title.
Well, some of these guys, they've been gaming with consoles all their lives, or they're not even gamers. Like some computer geeks have been like in photography or some stuff like that.
Right.
They don't know anything when you're talking about GPUs and all of the hardware that goes into the computer.
Then don't hire us. Don't
I
put
know.
them in there.
I don't understand
Don't
that. Like,
put them in there.
you've got customers
Exactly.
that actually. I've been to a couple of these stores where customers will end up helping other customers in that department because they know more than the employee does. When I was
like
at Best Buy yesterday, I was listening to. Well, I was eavesdropping because there was some other people there, but they were talking about hard drives on which one to get for an Xbox, and I'm just like, it was hurting me to not speak up and say something.
It's just like Ron Swanson in Parks and Recs going in a hardware store.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God!
I know
yeah.
more than I do.
Well,
And
then
we
she's
got
like, the
Maker
lady was like, "Well, I have an
Chaos and
iPhone.
Alex
Is there
in
any
chat.
way to
Welcome,
back?"
guys.
Well, we had a lady there was a lady in there that was like, "Well, I have an iPhone. Is there any way to back up my pictures to like a hard drive?" And the person she was speaking to there was like, "Oh no, iPhones have a specific cable. You can't do that." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "You can go on and buy a $5 adapter that will plug into your iPhone and give you so you can hook up an external hard drive and back everything up." I was like, God, why do you just have those people that do that?
Well, I'll tell you something, man. My sister got married, and my mom was really tired. Oh, we already lost him?
We lost. I guess he broke another computer.
Oh no! Oh no! See, Best Buy.
We
So
got
yeah,
a
really quick.
certified doctor in the chat.
What's up, certified doc? You know what?
Ooh.
I'll tell you a quick story. There was one time my sister got married, and she had this event hall at this hotel, and my mom, he's back, yay! And my mom's like, wow, what a beautiful hotel, that your sister's staying in. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna surprise my mom. I got my mom a room at the top of the hotel so she could see the beautiful scenery around and everything. So I went down there and I said, hey, how much is like your executive suite? Well, sir, it's expensive, sir.
So what?
I said, excuse me, but did I ask you if it was expensive? I said I wanted to rent a room from my mother. Yeah. Well,
He didn't know the price.
It was no. I'll tell you what he did. He assumed that I was broke ass and I couldn't afford the room. So I said, you know what, sir? You know what I did? I said, can I give you some advice? I said, you should never. First of all, you should never tell somebody that it's this amount of dollars. You should never assume. You should try and get me to rent the room. But anyway, here's my mother effing card. And I ended up getting the room from my mom. And I went to somebody. I said, can somebody else help me, please? That want to help me? But
isn't it Oprah Winfrey that went into a boutique and she asked for a purse that was on a shelf, and the girl at the counter was like, oh, ma'am, it's more than you can afford.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. Well, we did have, when I worked in the jewelry store, we had somebody, when they were filming The Matrix, one of the stars came into the jewelry store to buy something, and the stupid salesperson says, you might want to find something a little bit less or something like that. And like, do you know who I am? Yeah, it was somebody on I won't throw the name out there, but it was somebody on The Matrix. And which the Matrix trailer, new one's coming out.
Dropping like tomorrow, I think, the new trailer.
Yeah,
teaser out.
Well, Neo's got long hair, dude.
Yeah, and you hear Neo's voice like Keanu Reeves. You're watching the trailer, and at a moment it's like, and you assume that it is that time, and it's a full sentence. He says the exact time it is at the moment you're watching the trailer.
Awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Just want to catch up on the chat.
I try to watch it. I tried watching that stuff, but I think when I think of him, I still for the life of me, get Bill and Ted out of my mind.
I knew it. You know what? It took me a while to take him serious. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I still can't. I will that there are certain actors that when you watch, they can't, if they do comedy. Will Ferrell, I don't know if I could take him seriously.
Not gonna lie, guys.
Now
I still haven't watched Bill and Ted. I know
I've watched Robin Williams. Now Robin Williams could do those sci-fi, those horror type movies where it was
Dude,
the
he
psycho
played a murderer.
Yeah, I know. I watched that. Was a 1 hour photograph?
Yeah.
I was like, I saw that and I'm like, what happened to the genie?
Intense stuff.
I was like, where'd the genie go? What happened to Mrs. Doubtfire? I don't like this Robin Williams.
Love Mrs. Doubtfire.
I just want to catch up on the chat. So Maker Chaos says, I've done that before. Went to Walmart for something and overheard a guy talking to a customer about laptops.
Oh, that was your first mistake.
Worker said the AMD laptop had a higher number, which was better.
Wrong.
The number was a model of the CPU, which the Intel one was better. Yeah, the number, it's a model number. It's like if you're buying like a whatever car with a 500 on it, doesn't mean that it's better than the Dodge Viper with a V12 in it. Or
yeah, my Pinto's better than that. Well, the first problem, like the first thing with that whole statement was somebody was at Walmart asking somebody for help with a computer problem. Right there, I would have walked out.
I'm surprised you was actually able to grab somebody at Walmart, because when I'm in there, I'm like, "Hello, can someone help me?"
Well, that's what confuses me, because you see Walmart commercials and them employees are always friendly and they're everywhere, and the registers are there's no lines. I'm like, what the hell Walmart is that? Where is that Walmart at? Because I want to go to that one. I've never been to a Walmart where there are that kind of lines that are just checking people out and there's friendly employees. That doesn't exist.
There's some out there, man. It's certain, not just you see. I've been to some good Walmarts and I've been to some bad Walmarts. Like
the bad Walmart's the one that make Facebook get their
don't
pictures
go to
taken
a Walmart. Don't go to a Walmart in the hood. That's your first.
When I went to Tennessee, we stopped at one. We went in. I was afraid that everything in our vehicle that we had was not going to come back out. Now I also had questionable hat on that I left in the car, so that didn't really fit in with the Walmart that I was at. So if I had stayed there, I would have probably needed some weapons. I was glad that when we got back there, at least the tires were still there and the stereo was still attached. I'd never been to that bad of a Walmart. That normally when you go in, we'll walk around, but we went into the bathroom and left within seconds because I was just like, no, this is the wrong part of town. I am the wrong shade of color that I will not fit in.
Man, I love Canada. But speaking of the Walmart computers, just wanted to do a quick parallel to that. I remember a few months ago, I watched a video from it's Linus Tech Tips. He's a very popular YouTuber who looks at computer hardware, and he actually ordered a rig from Walmart and the same rig from another company that's much more expensive. So they were exactly the same thing. I think it was an RTX 2080 Super, and he went for the same components in them. And the rig from Walmart was like under $1,000, and the rig from the other company was like over 3,000. But next to each other, it was exactly the same specs. But I received a computer, and first the look of the Walmart one, get it out of the box, it looked insane. It looked really good. Like the finish of what pops to the eye, they did a good job. But the moment you were playing with the components, everything was super cheap. The mounting screws and everything was falling apart. Bare metal at a bunch of places where there should have been paint to help protect the material. And then they started doing some benchmarks, and the Walmart rig wasn't even close to being what it was supposed to be, while the other one was solid. So yeah, Walmart might not be the best place for buying computers.
I mean, somebody wants to go and get themselves a gateway. I hear that
you can get you an HP gaming computer.
Yeah, if you go with, I'm talking about the Walmart home brand. Like they got their own home brand.
Yeah, I know, man. I got their
PC.
tablet. I got their tablet, unfortunately, and yeah,
Yeah. So if you buy something from another brand, absolutely, it'll be the standard of that brand. But I'm talking about the Walmart brand. So
Yeah.
it's much cheaper, but there's a reason.
Vet, what are you gonna do if they tell you that you're not gonna get your computer like in 7 weeks or something like that?
Well, I'm gonna have to refrain my PTSD stuff so I don't like lose my cool. Luckily,
Right.
I'll have my son with me, so I won't like end up being a complete a-hole towards them. But I have options with streaming. I can still, like I said, I've got the Shield that I can use to stream to Twitch. I'm gonna find, if I have to, I'll use Restream and just flip my webcam around and aim it at the TV and stream to YouTube. So
Wow.
I've got plenty of ways to still maintain doing the daily content. I'll just have to make do.
Got it.
Yeah, my local Walmart, the gaming PCs they sell, they're scare me. Yeah, I would stay away from those. If it's a local Walmart brand, I don't remember the name for it.
You want to get that MSI brand and buy that at Walmart?
I actually got MSI. I love it. Works well.
I got a Dell,
Walmart's
but
got another brand.
the like that was the thing with mine when it stopped working with the charging thing. Like it even said your laptop battery may not charge. We're gonna adjust your the performance of your computer to match the battery level. And as the battery kept dying, I was able to see the performance just plummet.
Wow.
Because normally that thing ran with it was a 2.7 gigahertz processor, but it was a steady 4.4.
Dude, that thing is new. It shouldn't even have the issue.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
I bought it brand new 6 months ago. Literally, March 1st is when I bought it, 6 of this year. So it's just over 6 months old, and there should not have been whatever the issue was. I don't know if it was this big old power supply that they gave me. I'm hoping, and that was the other thing. They plugged in, the kid that was there yesterday plugged in a lower wattage power supply, and he gave a different error. So that to me was a good sign. He couldn't find another 240 watts. So I'm hoping when I go there tomorrow that they'll have another one to test, and that will fix the issue. If that will tell me that it was just the power adapter, and then I can get that replaced, and I don't have to I don't have to have it shipped out.
Well, man, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you, dude.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, do you have everything backed up? I was like, of course I do. Everything's in the cloud anyways. Anything that's actually physically installed on it is just software that I can re-download. Streamlabs is basically it, and everything on Streamlabs is in the cloud for me anyway, so I don't technically have to. I won't lose anything. Everything is backed up on an external hard drive, so
Nice.
I'm not going to be out like having to do all that. The worst will be if it got replaced or anything. It would just be redoing updates, which isn't a huge hassle when you've got a 900 meg download speed.
Got it.
Cloud is extremely convenient.
Yeah,
It sure is.
and I can still jump
Hello,
in.
certified doc.
People that are at, if people invite me to play on Stadia, I still have that. I've got 3 Chromecast Ultras. I've got 2 Google TVs with the Chromecast, and I've got 2 DirecTV stream boxes, which is Android TV. So I've got those, and then I've got the Shield. So I've got
You got options. Yeah, you got options. You
plenty
don't
of options.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of news. A lot of gaming news.
we can start with the news I've got right here. Should we proceed with that news, guys?
Let's go for it. Let's do it.
So lately, we founded this channel as focused on PlayStation Cloud Gaming news because there was a lot of happening. There is still a lot of stuff going on at PlayStation, but they're very slow on the reveal. They're keeping their information. And we found that over time, we started covering a lot of news going around over on Xbox, over on GFN, Luna, Stadia, every other platforms. So we started talking like, yeah, we need to rebrand a little bit. So this channel, we're going to change it. It won't be CloudStationTV anymore. And we're rebranding to CloudNationTV.
Woo!
So this is gonna change a little logo in the corner. The rest of the channel will be adjusted over time. But yep, this is the new branding we're going with, CloudStationTV. And
One nation under the cloud.
So, welcome to the new channel. Update.
CloudStation.
So, that is it. Big reveal of the night for our channel.
Cloud Nation Canada.
So yeah, it's a logo I've been working on for the last few days, making tiny adjustments until I did something I liked and think it's good. Pretty proud of it.
Well, yeah, like and we discussed this outside of it anyways, because we all know we talk PlayStation, but we talk so much other stuff that this made perfect sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
it was a logical direction.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, you were gonna say, Ray?
I played probably about 98% of my playing is in the clouds. So,
well, we had to sprinkle in we had to adjust because we're going to start covering more of that Xbox news, since we got a member of the team that's getting this really cool space Xbox from outer space.
I don't have it yet. It's coming in November. But yeah, we will basically, our channel will have a focus on cloud gaming, but we're still looking at the gaming market in general, because the cloud right now is at a level that it's still early adoption. Everything else that's not in the cloud, sorry?
The cloud's also on the consoles too now.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm coming to.
Yeah.
Right now, it's early adoption of the market. Even the companies are slowly incrementing features, but most of gaming in total will eventually end up in the cloud. So while we'll have a focus on the cloud, we'll also talk about other games like Vet and I know the Ray, I'm not sure he didn't receive the email, but Vet and I both been accepted as a new world creator, which is not currently in the cloud, but we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get. I don't know how long the trial will be, so I'm hoping if my laptop is fixed, then I'll be able to actually test that out or live stream it.
This one is 4 days, so it starts tomorrow up until Sunday. So hopefully you're able to experience it, or else it's coming pretty soon, in 20 days, actually.
Yeah.
So you should be able to play it very soon. Game looks amazing. But yeah, and also it's from Amazon, and Amazon said when they released Luna that if a game runs on Windows, it's just a matter of installing it on Luna for it to work. So it will come on Luna. So this will be a cloud game, even though we're new world creators. So we're looking at gaming in general, but we're always trying to keep a focus on the cloud, because that is the future of gaming. So that is the big reveal. CloudStationTV, here we are.
Woo.
Any words on this, guys?
Oh man, I as soon as you sent me a DM like, hey, what do you think? I was like, dude, yeah, cool, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, well, and my thoughts were the same. I was all on board with this as it was.
Shut up! Damn it!
I just told him. I muted it because I don't want. We don't need that on camera on live stream. I guess it really doesn't matter. I've done that on my own channel before. I've said way worse. So.
It happens.
I've been there, dude.
I mean, the background was the thing I really liked. I mean, that definitely brought out the Tron feel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can almost see the light cycles going.
Yeah, that's all we need in the running in the background.
Yeah.
So, on this, we didn't do the round table to see what happened to everyone this week. What have you guys been gaming and all? So, who wanted to start? Vet, Ray.
All right, guys. There is a game I'm playing called Blood Hunt. It's actually early access. It's free, folks, and it's a battle royal with vampires with guns. Plus, you can walk up to somebody if you need healing. You can suck their neck. You know, if there's a lady, you know, if she's standing on the corner, you just want up, go get guns. Go get guns, get weapons, get knives. You have powers. There's different types of vampires. Really awesome game. I'm probably gonna play it after the show, but yeah, awesome game.
Nice.
Awesome game.
Amazing. What about you, Vet?
I've been all over the place with GeForce Now games. Literally everything you think of. I don't think there's one genre that I've stuck with. I've just been doing all of these first looks on almost everything that I randomly will pick. So I finally did 9 to 5. Damn it, Nicker. But I did 9 to 5. I was gonna do that earlier, but it had been down. It had said servers were down or they were doing maintenance. When it finally went, it's like a 3 versus 3 versus 3. I suck at it. It's not something that I would be good at until they implement. I think it's still in beta, but it's right now it's keyboard and mouse, which is why I'm terrible at it. If it had controller support, I probably would have done a whole lot better. But I'm not good doing keyboard and mouse. I did that. I dove into Star Trek Online, and I knew that one threw everyone for a loop because I don't know anybody that would have expected that to be something I would like.
It was weird seeing you explore planets.
Well, I wanted to shift it to where I wasn't going to follow the rules, so I didn't get that far into it. So, but it's fun I'm having a lot of fun with the amount of games that I can pick from with GeForce Now and just streaming something different almost every day. Plus, it's fun to see what the comments from people sometimes where they're like, God, how do you afford all of this that you're doing these first looks every day? I'm like, well, I buy some. A lot of them are free. A lot of my catalog is Ubisoft games because, if you have the Ubisoft Connect, every one of those is available via GFN. So I built my catalog up that way, and then I buy a crap ton of games as well. So.
Yeah, you do have a lot. I remember when you showed me all your games, I was like, holy crap. And that was just the beginning, folks. I know he's got like a lot more added.
The last I checked, GeForce Now, my library was at like 240.
Wow.
And you're almost at a quarter of the library GFN has to offer. Yes. Almost at a quarter. Yeah,
not quite there yet, but yeah, and they've got over and they keep adding stuff, so it's like it's a never-ending thing. And then if you think about all of the other platforms that I have access to, I could probably just do a different game every single day for the entire year.
Yeah, GFN crossed 1,000 games like 3-4 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And they kept adding they're adding something like 10 titles a week, if not more.
Yeah, it's something crazy. I mean, but you think about like that. Then I've got over 100 on Stadia. I've got PlayStation Now. I've got access to over 800. And then Luna is. If I pay for Luna Plus, I don't know exactly how big their catalog is, but then I've got all of that as well. So I've got this ridiculous amount of games to choose from and try to figure out what I would want to do on a daily basis.
Right.
Luna is one service I can't wait to have in Canada. So I did try it, but it's still not officially available.
New world.
Yep.
That's going to be. I feel like that's going to be an extremely popular one.
It would be a very good title to launch Luna out of the beta.
Yeah.
If you were to expand to new territories.
Well, and I heard there's still talk of EA is still supposedly working on a cloud gaming service as well.
I think they keep tackling the idea and dropping it, and
they've got it's got its project name. I don't remember what it was. I remember reading it earlier today.
Atlas, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Atlas. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I haven't heard anything since they initially announced it. So
watch it, Maker Chaos. You're gonna get us down kicked out by Disney.
Ray, stop singing.
Ray, we're gonna get blocked on YouTube because of you.
We already had this happen before.
That was gonna
me. The mouse don't like that.
That was DrSpaceman. Oh, hey, Maker Chaos beat Blue Fire. Awesome.
Yep.
I completed all my missions for Marvel Avengers. The objectives, even Wakanda forever. Yeah, that was cool. Really cool.
They increased the difficulty with the Wakanda DLC.
They sure hell did. Took me hours.
So yeah,
Hours.
even one of the first levels, like I was getting my ass whooped. So I did
Yeah.
play a bit of that. Actually, on that device that Vet was talking about earlier, the NVIDIA Shield Pro. So I
Nice.
streamed, put it in my capture card, and streamed with that. Very good device. Also been played a bit of what's the name of the game again? Saints Row 3 Remastered.
Yeah,
They
Nice.
gave it away on the Epic Game Store, and it is on GeForce now. So
Yeah,
it
that
was
one
a
is
solid
really
take.
that one's really fun.
Isn't that cool when they give the free games and then you can go flip it and play it on GFN?
Yeah, like that. It's to me, it's the most underrated service out there because of all of the ways that you can access your games.
Dude, that's how I'm playing Death Stranding. I got it for like $12, and then I flipped it and played it.
I know. I love when I add a game to my Steam library and it's like, do you want to install that? I'm like, hell no, I don't want to install that.
Hell no.
I ain't
You
putting
do
that
that
crap
on-
on my computer. That's going into the cloud.
It's going into the cloud.
Although
man.
it is fun to watch, like when I played Star Trek and it's in the cloud, but it's downloading all of these updates and stuff. I'm just like, you download that into that cloud computer.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? So yeah, we were talking about the Epic Game Store free games. The thing though is that those games that go free on Epic, those are game devs that are super open to a new opportunity to get a game out there. And it happens to be the same type of studios that are interested in working with companies like GeForce Now. So always look at it because more often than not, the games that are free on Epic Game Store are available on GFN. And woo, Eddie Player One is in the chat.
Welcome to the nation.
Cloud Nation TV. So what's up, Eddie? Good to see you.
I was almost going to say another part tying in with the nation part, but I don't want the WWE to come after us next.
No.
WWE is losing a lot of feathers from what I heard.
Well,
I don't want to take a chance of them getting mad if I throw
Cactus Jack did a video. He was trending the other day. He did a video on how the talent is like they're not treating the talent right, and if he
that's why they're all going to AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch Chase's video live after the All Out, but I knew I was waiting for him to do something because I knew he was so. There were a lot of people that were excited to watch that. Between CM Punk's arrival, Bryan Danielson, and everybody else, Adam Cole, baby. Yeah. I'm waiting. I want that AEW video game to come out, but I want it for. I would love to see it come to a cloud service.
I guarantee that it's going to come into the cloud. They'll have that game in the cloud.
Will probably happen.
I want this channel to be called Nation of We are the Nation of Domination. I actually saw them live, dude, when Rock was just Rocky Maivia. Oh, that was weird.
They're actually getting them back together for a match overseas coming up soon, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But good to see you, Rodella. And MakerCast is talking about something here. He's getting Kennel Bridge of Spirits on Epic. And he's going to be playing on GFN. That is one of the announcements that came out last week about GFN. Really interesting because it's exclusive to the Epic Game Store and PlayStation. It's the only two places that you can get this game. But now it's coming on GFN. So it's making that game a lot more affordable and reachable for everyone. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, Epic has their issues, their flaws, but the one thing I love is the ability. I love that they give some games away. That was one of the things I really enjoy. I remember when their servers crashed because they gave away Grand Theft Auto 5, the premium edition. They gave that one away for free for 24 hours, but I think right when it announced their servers went down because they weren't expecting. Yeah, everybody was trying to claim it at once. You had to literally sit there and wait and hit the refresh till it would allow you to check out.
it's not just that. A bunch of people created dummy accounts and claimed multiple copies of it because it
Yeah.
came with a free copy of GTA Online,
That's true.
and people were modding their game, putting cheats in, and going online and just messing up with people, and until they got kicked. Then they had like a few hundred keys extra that he got for free on the Epic Game Store. So that unfortunate event kind of made GTA Online unplayable for a while on PC, just because hackers were taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
So, but it's still amazing that they do that. Like free games, a bunch of them are. It's not just like cheap indie games. Even though indie games are fun to play, but there's a lot of AAA games they put on there.
Oh yeah.
I should be
So-
concerned. I smell smoke. What's my son doing? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
No problem, right?
Oh my God. I don't even want to know. I love how right off the bat he goes right to his son.
Well, it is the daddy instinct. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, something's
Yeah,
up.
you just know. It's either
So-
if you smell something or if it's dead silent, you know something's going down.
Too much noise, not enough noise. Like, there's a right level amount of noise.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's doing his stupid stuff from usual. Okay, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
At the moment, they're sneaky. So, yeah, other than this, I've been playing. I've been mostly researching New World that for the beta starting tomorrow, because I'll be streaming a whole lot of that. Oh, and I've played some Knockout City. I actually teamed up with our very own JD3MXP, which should be coming very soon. And,
Oh yeah, I remember.
Geforce.
I didn't catch it live, but I did watch some of the. I tried to catch up afterwards.
This game is a lot of fun. If you haven't tried Knockout City, it is an amazing game. So entertaining, especially if you play with it's 3-player teams. You play with people you know on a microphone with you. It is an amazing game. So, so have you played that, Ray? Vet? You guys have played
I have-
Knockout City?
Not yet. I need to.
I did the training. I did the where they put you in a training course to learn how to bounce the balls and how to, shoot and stuff like that. And seemed fun.
But the other-
I just
Yeah.
go ahead.
I've been meaning to. I just haven't
Same here,
gotten
dude.
around to it.
Same here.
Nice.
It's not on my backlog list.
I strongly recommend it. It's a very fun
Okay.
game.
The new one though that they're not, I guess not new, but the one that I still have on my list waiting.
Degeneration Xbox.
Well, we gonna get all kinds of lawsuits.
I know. No, Super Animal Royale is one I still want to play. I still want to do a stream, a first look at that. I've watched Chase play that enough times that one is.
I'm actually gonna get that on my PS5. Matter of fact, I'm gonna download it on my PS5 tonight.
Well, because he was saying. I remember I was watching him play it, and he wanted to. We were gonna do something with it, and he's like, "Well, it's free on PC." I was like, "Yeah, I'll just do it through Geforce now." He's like, "I don't think it's available." There was a tweet apparently back in August, near the end of August, that said it wasn't going to be available via to some of the cloud platforms. I'm like, I don't know. I got it in my catalog here now.
Really?
So, and he was like, "Oh," so he had. I don't know if he checked himself, but it's still in mine. So I don't know when they added it, if they took it out or if there was an update or something going on. But I know it is available via GFN, and I know I haven't heard when it's supposed to come to Stadia yet.
I'll say next month.
Next month.
Yeah.
I have no idea at this point with Stadia, because we can guess and they'll give you some lousy games, and they're like, "Oh, here, have this game also for free, and have this game for a free weekend, and this one for a free weekend." I'm just like, it's almost too hard to guess what Stadia's doing.
I'm just, you know what, man? Look, whatever they drop, they drop. That's where I'm at now.
I was disappointed.
That's where I'm at.
PGA 2K21. I was like, I already bought that. Can I uninstall? Can I get a refund and then claim it after?
Hey, y'all, you play Madden free for a week, y'all.
I already have that. I'm planning on doing that one. Meg challenged me, so I'm gonna have to
Meg challenge you
lay
in
it
Madden.
the smackdown in Madden.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, that is.
Going to be entertainment.
That's about all it's gonna be.
So, speaking of Stadia, there's a news that came out today.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, it was.
I knew it.
So, Jack Buser, if you guys don't know who he is, he was the head of gaming at Stadia, head of games. And he's been tapped by Google to actually go to Google Cloud to work on their gaming solution. Hey, Spaceman, if you start a clan guild in New World, it has to be called New World Order.
He's like trying to get... Are we
God.
trying to get WWE?
You know what? That'd be. Hey, I would join DrSpaceman's clan. I'd join that.
But that actually would be a cool name to go with if you could get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be joining the clan with the trash mob over with Ashes to Ashes and with them as well. So if anyone wants to join us, you can send me a DM or check with Meg as well as in the clan. So there is going to be quite a few of us. So can hook you up. So yeah, definitely, Ray. We're going to talk about this, and Vet, you're going to play as well.
Yeah.
So, well, Vet, you know about that clan already. Yeah. So we're going to be in the same clan. But Ray, you should join us. Definitely.
Not a problem.
So
come join our clan.
What did that join?
I could not. That came out wrong.
To go back at the news, so Google Cloud is expanding gaming, the gaming solution, and they got Jack Buser, which, by the way, is amazing guy. Really knows his stuff about gaming. Oh, we got Cloud Gaming Extreme in the chat. What's
Shout
up?
out to Cloud Gaming Extreme.
Thinking it's probably Ace.
Cloud Nation.
Yeah, we got rebaptized to CloudStationTV. New name. So, new direction, open more to the cloud. So yeah, Jack Buser, amazing guy, knows his stuff about gaming. Really a lot of charisma and good drive. Was the head of games over at Stadia. And now he's been tapped to go over for Google Cloud and working on a gaming solution. It comes with a lot of questions. What is going on? Either it's bad for Stadia, as in they're losing another head of one of their division, because we know back in January, Jade Raymond, head of SG&E, left and founded a Haven studio. And then there is what's his name again? John.
Oh, I can't think of the last.
I'm totally blanking out on his name.
Justice.
Yeah, John Justice.
Yeah.
He was the head of products over at Stadia and became one of the heads over at Facebook, like a co-VP or something. So very important position at Facebook. Totally understandable why he would jump on such an opportunity. But now we got Jack Buser, amazing guy over at Stadia, is now joining Google Cloud Gaming Solution. So is it Stadia losing someone, or is there something happening that they might be integrating more Stadia within Google Cloud?
Well,
there's a lot of direction this might be going.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, we know they're making, Google itself is making a big push with YouTube gaming.
Yeah.
They had it. It was its own thing in the past, because like I said, I remember the specific app. They had their own YouTube gaming app that was separate from YouTube. You could use that live stream whatever on your phone. They merged that into YouTube at some point. I don't remember when, but they never had that gaming identity. So it wouldn't surprise me if Stadia eventually is going to get somehow merged. A lot of people will be like, well, Stadia is just going to be another product in the Google graveyard. If you look at what they constitute, that every app that Google has, they just merge. They take the best features from one app. Google Allo was how many messaging apps have they had over the years that they've all of a sudden, if you look at Google Messages, that's literally every messaging app they've ever had has been merged into just that one. Google Music, another one example, turned into YouTube Music. So Stadia, it's gonna disappear at some point, but it's gonna just be merged into whether it's YouTube or YouTube Gaming. They're definitely showing us that they're making that push. They're bringing. Look at the people they're bringing over with exclusive contracts for YouTube Gaming.
We still got Generation 2 though. There's still Gen 2. That's got to eventually come out.
I want to come back to that in a moment, but before that point here that Maker Chaos brings the merging in within YouTube, since Stadia came out a while ago, I've always been a strong believer that Stadia would have done so much better if it was part of YouTube, built in within YouTube and in people's face. Because right now, still a lot of people don't know what Stadia is. If you put it as part of YouTube, like just a tab within the YouTube app, it's right there. People see it. People have access to it. You're putting exposure. Exposure brings over time acceptance of what the product is, and people will become curious about it. But they kind of migrated it in its own island, like Stadia is its own things. Even though the Stadia employees were Google employees, they were totally being in a separate corporation lineage when they were at Stadia. So they really needed to bring that as part of Google. So it could be what's going on there. They could be migrating some of the VPs and the employees all over within Google, bringing everything back. We don't know yet. It's still very early to say. So either it's extremely bad for Stadia or it can actually be good. We're going to see what time. As for Gen 2, the Gen 2 blades that have been rumored for a lot of time, I know I've seen a dev comment on that at one point where it seemed to be more like Google was offering some high performance rigs to devs, and they allowed them to use that as sandbox. So okay, you put your game in there, put all the max specs as you can, and bring the game to run at like 60 frames per second with a max graphic details and everything. We're gonna see what's going on, and Google will just go and see what specs was used the most within that rig. So it gave them an indication, okay, if we were to take our current blades and just upgrade the RAM or just upgrade that part of the GPU or whatever, that's what would benefit the devs the most for as little cost as possible. So it is what I think was going on with the Gen 2 blade, and some of the devs were like, oh, we played with that blade and it's totally crazy. I think it was more of a sandbox to see what exactly the devs wanted in rigs that we're going to use. So we're going to see what time. They could actually come out with a Gen 2 blades in the servers. It's just a lot of hardware that's very expensive to put online if you look at all the server blades everywhere in the world that are running. So could be very interesting to see what's up with that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we had Jim optimize. He did a video and he optimized Arc.
Yeah.
You went from not seeing shiny water to seeing shiny water and trees. So I don't know.
One of the reasons why we aren't seeing as many big new titles because they are shifting to maybe a submodel on YouTube. That could be interesting. Yeah, you would think placing something on a big platform brings exposure, but then again, look at Google Hangout and Google Plus.
Hey! I liked using Google Plus. That was.
I'm still very sad that Google Plus.
Well, don't forget, guys, they do have some TVs that are coming out that Stadia is going to be integrated into the
LG and
Yeah.
That is exposure that is
TCL.
needed.
Yes,
is the other one with the Android TV.
exactly.
Also, Google Cloud is already working with deals with big publishers. Just a look at the new deal with NVIDIA and creating VR kits in the cloud.
Yep.
That is very interesting.
Yes.
So, Stadia isn't dead. If anyone's
We
worried,
didn't say it was dead.
That-
Just to reiterate, folks.
so it's going in directions right now. We don't know where it's headed. There's movements. So, what news do you guys want to tackle next? There's one interesting that came out about PlayStation. So I can actually share the screen there.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, yep, I saw
Fire
that.
spray.
New dev now joining the PlayStation Studio family. Very interesting one because that's the studio that work on Wipeout HD. If I'm just looking for, I'm pretty sure they were the ones who did Wipeout HD a while ago, and they also did the Playroom VR and the Playroom on the PS4. So, not picking on Ray about the Playroom.
Oh my God.
We're not bringing that subject up. Forget it, guys. We're not talking about that.
Whatever. Yeah, I think they did the VR.
Yeah,
the Playroom.
Playroom VR, which was pretty fun. And like Astro's Playroom on the PS5, it's a different studio, is amazing. But they did some work on the PS4 version for the PSVR. So they're located over in Liverpool. So very interesting acquisition. Yeah, they worked on games such as Wipeout. So another classic that's rooted solid in PlayStation history.
Yeah.
They worked on Run Sackboy, which is a mobile game, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, very interesting news. PlayStation yet again expanding their family of studios. So, and they're announcing that right before there is a big event going on tomorrow.
Yeah. The showcase.
Yep.
By the way, it's already reported that Fire Sprite is hiring for a multiplayer shooter and a narrative-driven blockbuster adventure. A lot of multiplayer games coming to PlayStation. The PlayStation, basically, first-party games. Oh, we got Mr. Urban World in the chat.
Steam to
Waiting
go
for
cloud,
Steam to
huh?
go cloud. That could happen eventually. I know they were working on something.
Everybody's working on the cloud.
But do we see them going cloud, or do we see them partnering with somebody? I mean, they're already pretty much in a sense partnered with NVIDIA with GeForce Now. Do you see them going further into a bigger partnership or whatever?
They were working on their own cloud platform for a while, but I think their partnership with GFN actually delayed that, and they might just have skipped the idea.
Well, especially
GFN,
considering they're working on a hardware device again.
Yeah,
I mean,
the hardware device will allow you to bring almost every games with you on the go. There's just a few ones that apparently won't be working because you need like the Battle Eye or like a
because there was an article. What is it? Proton, is that the one that it utilizes for some of the stuff, for like the Linux, some of the other operating systems? But they even said the same thing, that not every single game will be work on the device. For almost all of them, but there will be some that just won't be able to make it.
But I'm pretty sure the current partnership they have it with NVIDIA will just hold, and that should be enough for them because GeForce Now works extremely well, and there's a lot of titles from Steam that are over there. So we're talking about over 1,000 titles in total on GFN. Most of them come from Steam.
Yep.
So there's also some from Epic, some from GOG and Ubisoft, but a large portion of those games are coming from Steam.
Yep.
So I don't know if they still want to go the route of making their own cloud platform, It could happen. Could actually be because a lot of people have been talking about Stadia going white label as lending their service to other companies. Could actually happen. It could be Steam that's hiring them to put all of their games in the cloud using Stadia's server blades. We never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of movement. But yeah, Steam already has a very solid deal right now with Geforce now.
Well,
I'm in the kitchen making grilled cheese.
What kind of
You all
cheese?
want some?
Send it my
American,
way.
Swiss, provolone. What kind of cheese?
So I will say that what was it? Crystal Dynamics did confirm that Spider-Man will be coming to Marvel's Avengers this year.
Yep.
They what I read was that everyone will get to see him on all platforms, but only those with a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 will actually be able to play as the character for free. Because he's going to be added for free. So every platform that has access to Avengers will see Spider-Man, but if you're on a PS4 and a PS5, you'll actually get to play as him. So because that's I guess how they're dealing with the exclusivity with Sony.
Which is, I think that's fair.
Hey, you get yourself a PS4 or a PS5, you can play as Spider-Man. At least you can see him on the other platforms. You just can't play as him. So I know they've got another Claw raid coming. That was really the big thing I think everybody was waiting for, and I know they're bumping up the power level. Is going to get increased to 175 in the game now.
American only. We don't do Swiss or pepper jack around here. I'm a man. Cheese variety is a good thing.
Use man, you use some of that pepper jack, spice it up.
Well, Maker Chaos said, I bet there'll be a Spider-Man trailer. I don't know. They're saying there's not going to be a trailer at the event. So who knows? They could just be saying that to build hype, but I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't worried. Look, what's going on with the God of War? All right, what's going on? I don't give a damn about the. Come on, what's going on with the future? That's what I want to know. Because I got a PS5. I want to know what games am I getting in 2022, 2023, and 2024. What is going on?
You're going to get NBA, Madden, probably a boxing game, Need for Speed. You're going to get some Gran Turismo.
That's what I want to hear. Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
So, talking about PlayStation, they revealed the PlayStation Now games for September. One of them is, did we talk about that last week or did that come out after? There's a big event going on that they're releasing a Final Fantasy game every month until February, I think.
February, yeah.
February. I think we talked about it last week with the Final Fantasy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So everything else they released came out afterwards.
So yeah, there was Final Fantasy 7 that's coming out very shortly on PlayStation Now. Killing Floor. So
intense game. I would love to see you play that, Bet.
Tekken 7 is going to PlayStation Now.
Oh, buddy.
We got Crow Resin in the chat.
Crow! Welcome to CloudStationTV.
Yeah, they're going to talk about God of War for sure. They're at least going to mention something.
I have never played Windbound, and I know it was on. I think it was on Stadia. I never played it.
Yeah, I actually played it on Stadia and got a refund.
Thanks.
It's good, but it's not.
You got a refund.
I played an hour. It's like it looks good, but I wasn't enjoying it.
Okay.
So. But the aesthetic is crazy amazing, though, but not my kind of game. And Pathfinder Kingmaker is going on PlayStation now. Now that's more my kind of game. So if you guys don't know what Pathfinder is, huh?
The definitive edition.
Yep. So Pathfinder, if you're not familiar with that name, it's actually Dungeons and Dragons. After they released the 3rd edition, there was kind of a split. They sold the company over to Wizard of the Coast, and a bunch of guys that were part of Dungeons and Dragon didn't want to follow with them, and they started their own company called Pathfinder, and they kept on their tradition more similar to the edition of the Dungeons and Dragon. Started their own rule book. They're now in the second edition of Pathfinder, so it's Dungeons and Dragon basically. So
Interesting.
really curious about trying this. Oh, and Moonlighter coming to PlayStation now as well. That is also a new Stadia game.
Yes,
Actually tried it a bit the other day on Stadia.
Mhm.
Pretty fun.
Okay.
Killing Floor is so good. I'm not even familiar with that. Well,
You've never played Killing Floor?
I don't think I ever played it.
Oh my god, it's an intense game, man. You kill waves and waves of zombies, and then you get the cash and you buy your weapons, and then you get ready for the next wave.
Sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, it's intense.
Awesome. So there's this. Okay.
Crow
Something
said,
popped up.
Crow said Windbound is terrible. I agree.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very aesthetically it's a very pretty game. But
I don't do it pretty. Can I play it? Will I enjoy it?
I couldn't enjoy it. So
wow.
I wasn't able to enjoy it. So there was a leak on the PlayStation side for something else very interesting. This here.
What?
Oh, the Naughty Dog PC.
What? The collection. PC.
Uncharted, the Naughty Dog PC collection, available on Steam and Epic. And that is, I think, it'll be available apparently on December 7th. Someone found that out. They were able to take some photos of it before it was taken down. So apparently December 7th, the Uncharted collection is coming on Steam and then on the Epic Game Store with a very familiar logo. If you play Avengers, if you play a bunch of other games, Mixes.
Mm-hmm.
Sony acquired them not too long ago, and they said their focus would be to help every individual studios bring their games to PC. And it's happening. So this will be very interesting on PC because that means they're unlocking the graphics for the game. If you guys watched Horizon Zero Dawn played on PC, PS4 version looks good. PS5 they improved the frame rate, but on the PC you're able to improve like the quality of the graphics, and it looks amazing on PC. So I'm very interested, especially if you go back to the first Uncharted games that came out on the PS3. I don't know how much improvement they've been able to do, but it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen with that collection. So, yeah, very happy to see that. And apparently, I didn't dig into this yet, but apparently someone found some listings for jobs at Sony and that they're already working on PlayStation 6. So, Ray, apparently you were right.
They're already working on this. So they're working on the 6, and they can't even. They've already said that the 5 could be delayed until 2023. So what they're saying is we're going to hire and start working on the 6 that will come out in like 2030.
Well, it's not really the same people though. You got R&D that's working on hardware.
It's just research, man. It's research.
Yeah, they're looking at what's coming up for the next processors. I find it early though because every single year GPUs are coming out that are much more cutting edge. Like right now, there's the Tensor cores that are made with AI assisted design. That even next year, apparently, they're talking about bringing like RDNA 2, which is the technology used for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, the AMD GPUs. Apparently, they're going to bring RDNA 2 chips in smartphones. That will be crazy.
Wow.
Well, I know Google announced their chip that they're using with their phones, the Pixel 6. Those will be in the Chromebooks, I think early 2023.
Yeah, those are the tensor chips.
Yeah, they're going to be using those in the next generation of Chromebooks. So there was talk that means that they could potentially be bringing back the Pixel Book with that, or some variation of it, since they'll get to control basically everything.
Yeah, they're going to get some very powerful Chromebooks.
Well, and yeah, it'll be interesting because I also want to see how that's going to factor with Intel coming out with their new hardware GPUs that are supposed to be taking on AMD and NVIDIA. So it would be interesting to see, if Intel does, if their new ones do a good or comparable or better than, say, an NVIDIA or the AMDs, because the one that they were comparing with Intel's new one that they're working on that isn't out yet was comparable to, I think they said the Geforce RTX 3080, or was it 39? I think it was the 3080, and it actually performed better than that. It had better performance, and the AMD, it was the top end one as well, that it performed the few tests that they had done, it was actually performing better than those two. So would be really interesting to see what happens if another console comes out and they utilize Intel technology.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the new Intel GPUs that are coming, the Arc. There's a lot of movement in hardware department. So I know it goes against cloud, but it's coming from all directions. That technology is going to end up in the cloud servers. So it's very interesting. Vet, you shared me an article here, which is pretty funny because I was going to come to something that's closely related to that. So there was a lot of outreach from the community over at PlayStation because the new Horizon Forbidden West was going to have not even an upgrade cost. It was going to be, if you buy the PS4 version, you're stuck with it. If you want to get a PS5 version after, you have to rebuy the whole game. So they were not even offering the upgrade bridge costs for that. It was ridiculous. It was really stupid.
It's money.
So people were screaming like, look, you're not even able to send us PS5s. You're not producing enough. Now, if we want to play the game, we have to buy the PS4 version. And then once we get a PS5, we have to buy the game again.
Boy,
so there was some heavy backlash.
Yeah, it didn't look good for PlayStation at all. So now they offered that if you buy the PS4 version, you get a PS5 version for free. Only because last year, when they were launching the PS5, they said that was supposed to be a launch title, which got delayed. And they said that all the launch titles would get free PS5 upgrades. So they backtrack, and now the upgrade is now free. But now PlayStation CEO says that the cross-gen to PS5 will no longer be free.
Nope, he's charging
future titles.
And he threw out, and they threw in this article, they label some big titles, so it's not like it wasn't some small dinky ones. They had on the list. It's in the future they'll offer players a paid current gen upgrade path option for $10. It's not a big. I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, it's not free, but I mean, I'd rather pay $10 than have to buy the whole game outright again. But that included the list includes the next God of War, Gran Turismo 7, and any other Sony published games slated to appear on both systems, only exempting Horizon Forbidden West. So,
and then you look at games like Ghost of Tsushima, which in order to get the upgrade, you had the $10 cost, plus you needed to have the DLC to make it the collector's edition. So it wasn't $10; it was like $40.
Right.
Yeah.
To be the upgrade. So I sold my PS5, by the way. I found a buyer.
Treater.
It is out. Made me sad to let it go because I really love the system.
But he made Rodella happy.
Got an Xbox.
Yeah,
Series
I've made a pre-order for the Halo edition of the Xbox Series X.
Come on now, Ray. You know damn well if you were allowed, if your wife said go for it, you would.
Oh, that's what I get for Christmas. That's what she said. What do you want for Christmas? I want what Dr. Spaceman's getting. That's what I want.
Who's Dr. Spaceman? What's he gonna say?
That's what I want. I've been a good boy.
Looking for the article.
I'm just saying that. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it because that is a sweet looking system.
That is. It
I don't know how legit that is, but it might make you sad. Apparently, Xbox Series X console pre-orders ended for now, according to manufacturers.
Did you see the Far Cry 6 Xbox? They have a sweepstake. They got a sweepstakes for it. I actually got into it.
But look like the Xbox that Dr. Spaceman got. Could you imagine if Microsoft did stuff like that with like the Surface Books and the Surface Pros and all, some of their computer? Could you imagine? I mean, it would up the ante and how much they're already expensive material, pieces of hardware anyways. But just I wouldn't buy it, but I would want to own it nonetheless.
Well, branching out on Far Cry 6, they confirmed that anyone who buys the Xbox One or the PS4 version gets the free upgrade, like every other games they've released up to now. Is
that a knock because of what Sony's doing with their announcement with charging? Do we think?
Wouldn't be surprised that the post because it came out because of that. Because that was already announced.
They're trolling. They're trolling there. They're trolling. They're trolling.
Well, it's a hot topic, so of course they're gonna.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I saw the backlash that Sony faced on that, I mean that was up there with Xbox when they were going to change the price of
they changed.
And they had to
this shit the next day. It's like we were just playing. Come on, guys.
Because I mean, you talk about a swift backlash. The Xbox community, they came down like the wrath of God with that announcement, and Sony it was no different. And that's the thing is you talk about like when you want things to happen, your voice within the community, you can make changes. It may not happen overnight, but sometimes it does.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When they're sitting at the table and they're making those things, dude, should we just try? Just put it out there, see what happens. Just put it out there. I mean, hopefully, we won't get a backlash.
Maybe they won't pay attention. Maybe Sony will be thinking maybe Google will do something and take the heat off of us.
Yeah.
Or Microsoft will, but yeah.
Dude, I remember the Xbox One when it came out, when they did the show, and everybody was like, wait a minute. I can't trade my games. I gotta have it on all the time. I mean, all these weird stuff that we're actually now doing, digital gaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was crazy, man. I remember that, and I remember going to work and everybody in the office, we were debating. I'm not getting the Xbox, but I'm getting it. And they all got the PlayStation 4. So when I went down to the store, I was like, yeah, can I get a PlayStation 4? Did you put some money up for it? No, I just want to buy it now. Sir, we don't have anything, but we have a stack of Xbox Ones. And I said, I'll take the Xbox One. And I got my Xbox One. All my friends were making fun of me. But hey, JD with the PlayStation Showcase.
What's up?
I am hold on, dude. You even got the matching clothes, matching the background, bro.
I'm ready.
I'm
ready.
This.
You went out, man.
Dude's all PlayStation up.
So does that mean that, Doctor, when you get your Xbox, are we going to see you dressed in?
Bro,
are we going to have the whole green?
You don't have glitter. You don't have glitter and everything.
I'm already Spaceman, so there's going to be stars.
Oh,
I know,
man.
It's the Halo console.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's the sweet console.
What's going on, JD? What's up?
Man, look, I am here, man. I'm ready for the PlayStation 5 event showcase tomorrow. As you
Bruh.
can tell,
Bruh.
Woo. Get some
They better,
games.
they better bring it because they better bring it. I'll be
People
like,
have been waiting for a long time for that.
man, you see the diamonds, man? They bringing it.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. Bling, bling, bling,
It look
bling.
like an old BG
I was
CD
like,
case.
what marketing department's like, dude, let's ice it out. Diamonds. Ice.
So now that JD is here and he's clearly prepared for the event,
Oh yeah.
we already know they're going to talk about God of War, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West. Those titles we know, and they teased that they were going to talk about some studios. What is your guys' predictions for tomorrow?
A stealth drop that's just gonna shake the gaming foundation. And everybody's gonna be like, what?
I would love to see it. They need to do something. I mean, we know the last several events that they've held have been they've been hyped up, and then
they gotta do a mic drop. Oh
yeah. They got it. they
Did you drop it on your bad leg?
Oh man.
wasn't the leg.
Oh,
He dropped it on the diamonds, on his diamonds circle right here.
But
I had my son step on one of those the other day, and
dude,
staying for the whole day.
let me tell you, man, I hate those little white shoes, man. You pick a kid up and they little feet go, man. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, I will say I hope they've got to have something up their sleeve that is just going to shake things up, because if they don't, I don't know if the 3 games is enough.
Well, Vet's talked about it the last couple of shows. Vet said it'll game over.
I'm saying
game over.
They hyped this one up just like they've done every other show that the last couple. They've got to do something. They're running out of time.
Yeah,
well,
I want to see them succeed. Especially with the cloud stuff, but they've got to do something. They've been silent for way too long. We know they've been doing stuff.
The other shows was just state of plays, man. They wasn't a showcase. The last PlayStation showcase was when they launched the PlayStation 5 trailer, the launch trailer. And
there's a difference.
Spider-Man. Yes, I get everything. Yes, there is a difference, but I'm talking about the way that they've been hyping it up. They did the same thing. Yeah, you got everybody excited about these state of plays, and then you let everybody down.
Well, they did kind of let us know, like, hey, what was it? The loot game, this game. They told us.
I'm just saying they need. Yeah, they warned us. It needs to be something big that besides the 3 games that we know that they're going to do. They got to. They're running out of time.
VR.
They're not going to talk about PlayStation VR 2, which is understandable because they believe that's going to be like a next year.
That's next year. That's a
next year thing.
A long-term project.
I don't need nothing. The end
While
of the
you
year.
weren't there, I did show something that might pop up on there.
Woo-hoo.
Somebody leaked that. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
December 7th, Uncharted Collection on Steam and Epic.
Yeah.
Already using that little studio there called Nix's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
was that called? That was a leak, like a tweet that went out. That
yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Someone found that
the gun.
It was posted. I think it was on the PlayStation in the store.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Right back.
I'm not sure where the guy found it, but he found that, took a picture, and apparently it went down almost immediately. So there was a mistake that they posted it.
Yeah.
So interesting. December 7th, Uncharted, the Naughty Dog collection. It hasn't been too long since they acquired Nix's, so that leads me to think that they've been working with him for a while on that project, and it went so well and the results were so good that that's when they decided to acquire the studio. which is pretty much what happens all the time with PlayStation. They work with a studio for a while, they get a good experience with them, and say, "Welcome to the family."
Yeah. And then you got talented people. You got that talent in the fold now.
Yeah.
You got unlocked. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we talk about that new studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
it's just like that. It's just like, hey man, we've been working for you guys, and you guys been
VR
doing
showcase.
Yeah. They did the Playroom. They did Wipeout HD. They done a bunch of games for PlayStation.
Yeah.
So they're not strangers over there.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, most of their stuff is nowadays are like, they've been working with them for a minute, any studio, and then they'd be like, all right, y'all meet the PlayStation, what we're about.
Isn't that what you want though, as a small studio though? You bust your tail, and then it's, guess what, guys? You did it. We come on. That's wow.
That's rewarding. That's
the
rewarding.
Feedback that's been coming out of those studios that were acquired by PlayStation is basically they're not stressed anymore to know if there's going to be a next game after this one, because they know if they do a good job, PlayStation's going to keep feeding them, and like if there's a problem, most of the time PlayStation's going to try to move personnel around or give the resources so that it works well. Not all the time, because there has been 2 or 3 studios lately that shut down, but one of them had been working on a project for over 5 years and they were still pre-production. They didn't even have anything to show. So, and what was the word going around, apparently some people came out confidentially and they said the leadership part of the company were doing nothing to push people to produce. They were just easy living on PlayStation's money.
Well, the grass is not always greener on the other side, and sometimes, things work. Sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But back to the man. What I speculate they might be dropping, man. It's just I believe we're going to get some of these titles that they were discussing earlier that they're working on, like the multiplayer stuff that they're working with, the single player narratives. Like I think some of these titles been in the work for a minute, and so they might just still drop that. Yeah, you'll probably get like a Gran Turismo or God of War or something, which that leaked out. I don't know if you saw the AI thing that he was working on, and he was tweeting out that he was in a meeting with the or whatever. But yeah, you're gonna have that, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have like some stuff that's just like, oh, where did that come from? That's left field. That's not.
Maybe they'll drop us a new driver game.
Yeah.
Give me a new drive. Give me a new driver and a new destruction derby. I'll be good.
Well, we all go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ray.
I think multiplayer games is where it's at. That's right now the bread and butter, multiplayer.
Yeah.
So
it's PlayStation has been doing story games for a very long time, but right now it is the new focus. Multiplayer games, get people engaged on those consoles.
Yeah.
Get people involved with communities.
Yeah.
So there's a big push for that right now.
Do we think, what about, because remember a while back they made that announcement with that partnership with Discord. Do we see something, maybe an announcement, something tying in with that?
Good shout, Vet.
Because we heard about the partnership and then nothing. So I'm curious, because
I think it was next year though.
Well, yeah, but
they might give us a little tip. They might give us,
because
something.
We're seeing that push into the with multiplayer games so this would be another way we're doing multiplayer games, and what better way to tie that in with that Discord deal that they worked out. I mean, so I that would be another intriguing thing that they could be brought up. I don't know.
What about that new PlayStation Plus rumors that were going around that are going to make
that too.
Bigger PlayStation Plus program?
Look, they can bundle all it. Look, if Sony comes out there and they bundle all this PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, whatever, and they do that, they show off some multiplayer games, they show off some single player games that everybody's hyped about. I mean, I think it will be a good showcase Definitely.
Or if they did that, or maybe they say, hey, also PlayStation Now is going to be getting a few PlayStation 5 games. That's it'd be another way to really shock the community, shake things up. There you go.
GTA 6, baby.
I mean, what I'm looking for
That's
is
kind of a day and date to PlayStation Now. Exclusive.
games, and the technology. What are you guys doing? That's what I want. I want to know about the games, and want to know about the future technology. What are you guys doing?
Well, yeah, that makes sense because you've got, especially when it comes to the PlayStation, you've got that section that's all about games, but you've also got the section that's all about technology. What tech stuff is Sony cooking up? Because we know they put out some good stuff. So you've got those two different groups that are going to be looking forward to this showcase. One side's going to be looking at the games, and the other's going to be more focused on if they're showing off any technology related aspects of it,
Right?
whether it's software or hardware or both.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, man? They say they got games releasing this holiday, and I'm praying it's not like the third party titles that we already know. So if they talking about releasing this holiday, I'm curious as to what titles those are, because they ain't said nothing about them.
Go ahead, Doc.
There's those little studios like was it Halo games? Those that did Journey and Flowers. Those smaller studios do very pristine games that play really well. We haven't heard about those in a while. That's the kind of game that could easily come within a short amount of time that we wouldn't have heard of, because there are studios that are small enough that they're able to keep the information contained.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some stuff we might hear about.
Do you think they'll showcase? Because I know I read somewhere that there was talk of a PlayStation 5 Pro as well for next year or the year after. You think they could showcase something about that?
Nah,
it's still
fake.
early.
I think that's
fake.
Fake.
It has to be fake. It's still too early.
But yeah, I know it's early, but we really don't know. We know
there was a patent.
So
there was Sony's a patent that leaked a few months ago about PS5 Pro that runs with dual GPUs. So it's basically a PS5 but with 2 GPUs in it. But it's way too early for that to drop.
Yeah, it's way too early. Way too early.
I told you. See, they're talking 2 GPUs. They bought it. That's why you can't find their GPUs. Sony done bought them all. That's why they're hard to get.
See, man, are we going to be going into this showcase with high expectations, or
me personally, I'm not. I'm keeping them low. That way, I don't want to say like super low, like I'm already disappointed, but I want to keep them at a base level, because that way I'm not going to be so hyped up, and then if it doesn't come out strong, I'm let down. If it's great, then awesome. But if it where my standard is, if I'm here and it goes up to here, that's super. I'm not going to start myself way up top at the top of the bar, and then just it doesn't hold up that level.
But one of the things that everybody's talking about what the other console has is Game Pass. It's Game Pass. That's let's keep it real. The game. Hey, what's up, Rick? Oh, what's going on?
What up?
They need a package. They got the ultimate pass, the ultimate Game Pass,
and they could very easily do that we know there was talk with that anime stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that, and I've said why that is me, why I'm not a fan of it. But we know with that why you could very easily do a similar Ultimate by throwing in PlayStation Now. Just bundle it all, throw everything in at once.
That's why they got the diamonds. It's going to be PlayStation.
Man, look, when you ice out the triangle, the circle, the X, and the square, damn it, you better be bringing something, man. Those better not be cubic zirconia. Those better be some BVS diamond DE quality bling bling diamonds.
Yo, it's about to be PlayStation Diamond Ultimate Pass, whatever they want to call it. You're gonna get Funimation. They're
gonna show the exclusive PlayStation 5. It's gonna be that diamond flavored version. It's gonna be right out of diamonds.
We're gonna show you how to bedazzle your console.
And then people are going to get mad at the cost. They're going to compare it. Then it's going to be Game Pass value pack versus PlayStation 5, whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be the sad part is that that's what's going to happen is if they bundle something, if it's because what Game Pass Ultimate is, what is it? 57? How much is it?
$14.99.
So $15 a month.
$1.
Let's say Sony does it for $17.99 or $19.99. You right off the bat know that the Xbox fanboy side of things, they are going to come swift at that and say, look at that. It's not even worth it for $20 a month. But you also have to look at what is it including for $18 a month or $20 a month. I mean, if they included all of that, would you pay $19.99 a month for it? Basically an extra $10.
It depends because a lot of PlayStation fans already bought all those games, while the Xbox fans have had Game Pass for a while, and the Game Pass has slowly been growing. So you cannot just put the first party titles in there.
Well, yeah, they're going to have to do if they do something similar to an Ultimate Pass, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to step it up. Besides just bundling it all in one, they're going to have to do something. Maybe with, like I said, we know there's eventually a PlayStation 5 games are going to make it to PlayStation Now, so maybe that's the difference maker.
But Sony could also say, you know what, screw you guys. We got the number one selling console. You know what? F you guys.
They don't feel the pressure because they're in a good place right now.
Exactly, Doctor.
Yeah. And I don't know if Funimation is. I mean, I know people in America watch anime. I don't know what the
Vet's a huge anime.
I don't know what
anime.
I don't know what the stats on that.
Yeah, Vet watches Card Captor.
Yeah,
I don't even know. Y'all done lost me with that stuff. So,
So will that be like, even if that's bundled, that might not be appealing to people that are not in the anime?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. So we know they're going to showcase. I know there's one of the messages sent out. They already mentioned that the new studios would be showcased over there. So that's something we know will happen. Show is supposed to be 40-minute long. So what I'm really curious about is, will we see anything about subscription changing? Will they showcase new tech? Will they even mention PlayStation Now? Because that's something that's not been mentioned on a stage for a very long time at Sony. PlayStation Now, their cloud solution, they haven't talked about it live on the stage in a while. But we know they've been working on it for the last year. Even Herman Hulse has talked about it in the article, talked about how it helped them during COVID to play test the games. So will there be a change of dynamic?
They might give you a discount on the Discord Nitro.
They're going to rename. It's going to be renamed Sony Nitro.
Y'all want some emojis? Well, guess what?
God.
We gonna give y'all the flashy emojis for half the price. But you still got.
I better get, if I'm gonna be getting, if I'm still paying for them at half the price, I better get some crash emojis.
They're gonna change the layout. They're gonna change the layout of the Discord to fit the X-Cross media bar. Like,
so I'm gonna switch it up real quick because I just happened to see something. Because I know Ray, you play Madden.
Yeah, I play Madden.
Madden 22 is going to be free to play on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 for the season kickoff. So will we expect? I will expect a stream out of you, like a daytime stream that I can actually watch. I don't like staying up till midnight.
Dude, I've been getting people in my DM. Why you stream so late? I live on the East Coast. Well, bring your ass to California.
Yeah.
You know,
they can't. Down the
morning when you stream, Ray.
I used to get my ass up at 5 in the morning. Where the hell were you guys at? I was streaming 5 in the morning, man.
I'm always up at that time. That's like 7 o'clock my time.
I said, hell no, never again. Never again. Never again.
I would love to see. I would like to see like the PlayStation 5 because I want to see what everyone else got missed out on.
Let me tell you something, man. I played the PC version and I played the PS5. It's night and day, folks.
That's what I want to see because I know there's all those people that love Madden and defend it no matter what platform it's on. But I want to see somebody stream it.
It's a lot better on the PS5. I swear it is graphic and just gameplay. The PC version, I can see why it is what is it, negative? It ain't even, it's like very negative on Steam.
Which is unusual for a Madden title. Not really. I mean, I'm used to seeing them lately for the last several years get negative feedback, but that one took the cake. And I think it was the way it was with the certain platforms getting better of the upgraded game.
It's the Frostbite engine. Yeah. They gotta come on now. Yeah.
I did see though that NBA 2K22 their online their multiplayer. What is it? The Yard, whatever the hell it's called. The where you guys can hang out with everyone. They added bicycling to it, and I was like, what in the hell does that have to do with basketball?
They've been had bicycling. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
I'm sorry. When you can just go there and ride bikes and stuff. What the hell does that have to do with basketball? They lost me with that one.
What is that? Was it mostly? It's the pits.
The game is
mostly negative.
When's the last time? I mean, to be honest though, Madden hasn't been on PC for what? Since when did they bring it back to PC?
I didn't even know it was available on Steam. I thought you could only play on the EA Origins.
No, you can play on. I've gotten I think the last 3 years on PC, and I had it on console.
How to make the cheese?
For a while, EA were pulling their games out of every PC stores, and they were trying to bring everyone to their own store.
Well, yeah, they upgraded their Origin software to the EA Play Store, which they still push, but it's in beta, and it's no different than any of the other ones out there. But yeah, it's been a while. I think they added it to Steam when Steam got access to EA Play. But I mean, Madden, since it's come back to PC since after the 08 version, you'd think they would have taken care of it like they did with the console versions, but unfortunately, they did. EA was like, we'll just focus on what we assume everybody's playing.
Yeah.
And that's messed up that the PC guys can't get this next gen stuff, man. It's like
especially with if you got a 3080, you got like twice the amount that the new consoles have, something ridiculous like that.
What?
Yeah,
I agree.
While I'm in Steam, the New World Open Beta starts tomorrow.
Woohoo!
That's the place. So if you go in the store, that's a place where you need to click to say, I want to take part of the beta. So...
and then you just wait till tomorrow. You click that button, and then tomorrow.
I'm telling you guys, while you in Steam, get that Blood Hunt. I'm telling you, JD, you play Blood Hunt?
Nah.
Oh my god, dude! It's a vampire battle royal. You get to suck some blood. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta get the chat going again about that.
I'm trying not to comment.
I'm gonna avoid it because the chat's someone in the chat's gonna say
something.
Bro,
let me tell you. Look, you got Tommy guns, you got AR-15s, you got M16s, you got knives, you got explosives. You load, and there's other vampire players with powers and weapons. You can push the R3 stick down, and your sensors. You can find out where your next blood victim is and where the other vampires that are trying to kill you. And there's different vampire operators that have different powers and stuff. It is freaking awesome. And it's free, guys. It's free. Access. Play it. Enjoy it.
Those are the ones, though, that surprise you. Like, for me, whether it's a console or it's a cloud service, the free ones are the ones that surprise me the most with how much I enjoy them. because they're not something that I expect because it's free. I don't expect that I'm going to enjoy. It's going to be as good as it ends up being. Like I played 9 to 5. That was a free one. I played a couple of other games on Geforce Now that were free to play.
Right.
That I had fun playing. That were really were entertaining. And whether they're shooting games, or the multiplayer ones, they're fun. And I don't expect it to be that way because I'm used to, when I spend money on a game, then it's those are the ones that they put more time in. But the free ones that these indie developers do, they put way more. I think sometimes they put more work into those games than the AAA studios do.
I agree with you with that, man. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like we're not allowed to talk into details of the game, but X Defiant is going to be a free-to-play game from Ubisoft, and I know most of us played it here. It's just JD. I'm not sure if you played it.
Yeah, I have it. I just have a laptop that doesn't support the requirements as of yet.
Shut up! I downloaded it on the Shadow, and
you're still paying for that, sir.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. They did some things behind the scenes.
Hey, the last time I used it, I burned through 6 terabytes worth of data cap using that stuff.
Meg, it's called Blood. You're in Prague, which is a beautiful city, and you are a vampire. It's a vampire battle royale. Plus, you can play with teams. You can go so. It's just it's Siege with fangs and blood.
That's all you have to say to get her hooked on the game.
I know, right? Why you say that sooner? Come on, you got to
drop it and say Siege with fangs that she sold.
They got dude, and the power. But see, the thing about it is, you don't have the certain vampire power, dude. And you climb the walls. You can climb the walls. You hit the B button. You can slide across the roof and land on another roof, and then go down and suck some blood out of your next victim.
Oh my god! If I
vampire games and you do that vamp stuff made me make my goal for a vamp today. LOL.
Without the sucking sounds.
Someone say Siege.
Someone say Siege.
My wife's like, "What the hell is going on?
What's going on? What's she sucking on?"
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yo, I loaded up Steam for the first time in a long while. I see Deathloop.
Doctor, you gonna? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You went to Xbox. Anybody getting Deathloop?
I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get. All right. I'll watch you play it, and I'll see. How come nobody plays the Legend Tournament? The Afro guy with the big old spinning balls. Nobody.
I haven't even
that
tried
game is
it.
pretty good, but I had to make some room, man.
I got my Afro, and I have my my in my hand. Blood Hunt needs to come to the cloud. I agree. Meg and I can see Real Certified Doctor. They would be awesome at this game.
Request access to join New World. Request submitted.
Submitted a request. All right.
Yes.
All I can say is I'll just say stay tuned because I'm pretty sure she's planning on streaming Madden when I challenge her and I win. Because that's
are you gonna use the Redskins?
Hell yeah, of course I am. We already.
Meg, you got a chance to beat them then.
Chance.
You got a chance to beat them. That team sucks.
There's the chance right there. That slim, minuscule chance.
Oh, just so you know, we did do our Stadia Friends Football League draft last night.
Yeah, Madden Sunday. Like I said in the chat, bring it.
Hey, tomorrow night, Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. Football, American football is back.
Hey.
Always pick a pirate team, huh?
Look, man, you're gonna have a great day tomorrow, Ray. You got the American football is back. PlayStation Showcase about to drop. And look.
That's about it.
They should include
New World. Yep, New World.
Stadia's got some stuff they're dropping tomorrow too.
I'm not gonna lie, I won't even be looking at the PlayStation Showcase Live because I'll be busy playing.
Because you're Xbox now.
No. Listen,
I'll be playing New World.
and there's no NDA. There's
That's
no
what he
NDA.
says.
So
I've been
you can live
approved
stream the
as a
crap
New
out of
World
that game.
creator, by the way. I'll put the badge up, but I'm now a New World content creator officially.
Wow.
As am I.
Oh man.
So am I.
Look, DrSpaceman, look, he's gonna have the screen over there looking at the PlayStation Showcase. He's gonna be trying to play New World. And then the baby's gonna be over here like,
Hello, can I get my PS5 back? I got the money right here. Yeah, excuse me, I canceled that Xbox Series X. Yeah.
And my PS5 is now in the scallops, like the world place where there's the most scallops, like Digby.
Yes.
That's where it's at now. So, people of Digby, there's a PS5 in the area. It's like one of the biggest places in the world for fishing scallops.
Look, man, I played Fist a little bit last night, and I got to say I'm enjoying it. It's pretty.
Yeah, I heard some good stuff about that game.
Pretty
cool.
Pretty cool game. I might have to stream that.
What is it? It's like a Metroidvania, right?
Right. Yeah, it's very much a Metroidvania type game. And you're going through the levels and you collecting power-ups and upgrading your like your move sets and stuff like that, and you're going back and forth throughout the level. So yeah, it looks really dope. Soundtrack's fire.
Anybody gonna play the Alien team? What the hell is the Alien?
The Alien
Whoa!
team?
Whoa!
What?
That's a big old dog.
I'm just trying to get us some views, some more views.
I
Gotta
can
bring your
see
dog
it.
on the show now.
Can see it's your dog. I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, we do look the same.
Oh man, he's now part of the show. Bet he's
that's the mascot.
That's the mascot.
Yeah, now. That's,
Gonna need to add him to the logo.
yeah, there you go.
You can't deny a pit bull when they want to be on stream.
How are you liking the new logo, JD?
Oh man, it's looking dope, man.
That kind of like Caribbean kind of style to it.
Yeah,
it's the cloud with the sunrise, like.
Yeah, man, yeah. I'm feeling it. It was crazy, man, because I was gonna hit you up and be like on the side, be like, "Yo, I think we should time for a logo change."
Yeah, happened.
But you mentioned it before. Before I thought about it, I was just gonna like.
I actually talked about that on the show. Like, that's the logo right there.
Yeah,
bit of a canvas texture in there, and like a watercolor in the back, and. Yeah, I had a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice.
And see, and it goes perfect because with the way the panel is, we've got two PlayStation, we'll have an Xbox and Cloud guy. So we got everybody, the four of us combined, we got everything covered.
Yeah. Why you get that look?
It's like that's the planet where we all have our rings.
I know. Come on, Sony, bring it tomorrow. Bring it.
Make DrSpaceman regret his decision to give away his PS5.
Oh, he gonna be like, damn!
Drop it this holiday season. Drop the game, like, you know what I'm saying, in November.
But to be fair, this holiday season is when he'll have that sweet looking Xbox and xCloud will be turned on at the same time. So then he'll have a Series X along with cloud gaming built into it.
Like I said, whatever technology or whatever, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the games. It is the game.
Yes. What the reference though with that is Sony needs to bring it tomorrow. They got to bring it tomorrow because like we said, xCloud is turned on consoles in December. That is going to be a huge deal for cloud gaming in general because
I missed that news.
to turn on the xCloud for consoles, that to me tells me that they've got it basically perfected. You can't tell me that it's not going to be running 100% by that point if they're saying everybody has access to it now. Now
on the Xbox Ones too.
Yes. So not only the Series S, the Series X, you got the Xbox Ones, all of those. Then you're talking Windows 10 PCs. Windows 11 is built in. Yeah. Android phones, iOS, Macs. You have it on for everything. If it run, and my money is on that it will run perfect by that point. We've seen how quickly it's gotten better over time. DrSpaceman's even seen when it works, it looks beautiful for him. It's not 100% yet, but my money is on by December is when it will look perfect.
There is something
look who's in the chat. Look who just came in the chat.
Unitrix?
Well, look to it, a bunch of Xbox fanboys. Yeah.
Did he not see all the
showcase? In the chat? You see the showcase behind my man right here?
It might be too shiny for him to see. You know, he is kind of.
You know what I'm saying? He's probably blinded by it all.
Yeah. I can't see it.
How's your hands, man? Hey, he got stung. His hand was in the honey jar, and it got some bees stung his hand.
Did he learn nothing from Winnie the Pooh? Don't do that.
DrSpaceman is the biggest bot. I guess. What's up, Unitrix?
I'm a multi-platform guy.
Hey, Dr. Space. So, are you gonna sell your headphones? Are you gonna get the Xbox headphones now?
Damn.
I tried both, and these are my favorite between the two. But it's a comfort thing, and also there's a few things I prefer about him.
He's gonna paint them black.
Green.
Sometimes on my phone, I'm pleased with it.
He already got the black part. He's just gonna do the whole thing. It's gonna be.
But
green.
But come on,
baby.
I love Microsoft as a company. I love the technology that they do. But I'm sorry, when it comes to headphones, I would take a Sony headphones any day over anything that Microsoft could produce, because Sony's going to have it perfected.
They got them Bang & Olufsen joints.
How are you guys?
For like $300.
I'm excited for the Sony event tomorrow. I bet Spaceman won't watch it. I'll actually be playing New World.
He's going to be live streaming it. Where the hell you been at?
He's going to be multitasking.
I'll see.
Hey, somebody agrees with you.
I get that all the time now lately. Like I said, every once in a while, I do come on this show and I do drop some knowledge. I mean, it's a very rare.
Y'all heard me when I said PlayStation 6.
But for the headset, I had both. I had the Xbox, the new Xbox headset. Ended up selling them to one of my coworker who had a Series X, and I got these. My preference, these are much better. My personal preference. They're much more comfortable. I got a big head. The Xbox were snug. Those one are super roomy and they're light, very comfortable. The sound is amazing. There's a lot of stuff I really like about them.
I remember my PS4 Sony headphones, and I was like, ooh, Bluetooth, and loved them. Loved them. Okay, serious question. How do you put your name at the top?
Well, like at the top of each of us? That's a part of Melon, the software we're using to stream.
Oh, because he doesn't use Melon. He uses StreamYard. There's your problem right there.
You got to get on the right platform.
Dude, he already spent his $200 and something for the year. So,
but I said that before, anyways, because Melon is actually cheaper than StreamYard when you want the 1080p streaming.
Yeah, and they're making it's almost weekly now. I got a notification of stuff they're adding.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it didn't sound good.
That's just my 4-year-old. Yeah, he'll be fine. There's no screaming.
I don't know, man. You better go check I'm like, what the hell is that burning? And I'm like, why did you put 2 bags of popcorn in the microwave?
Well, see, I thought it was.
I want more popcorn, Dad.
The thing you left, I'm like, I love how the first thing he does is blame his kid.
Melon made your phone
It's the
overheat.
kid, man.
But I just want to come back to a point we were talking about earlier. We were talking about the basically cloud gaming coming to the Xbox consoles at the end of the year. It is a very interesting thing that's going on right now because if you remember not too long ago, Phil Spencer was talking about cloud native games being the future. So that is the big thing. Phil Spencer keeps talking about cloud gaming. It keeps popping up. Back in January, he was talking about the fact that he's aiming to copy Stadia's model where you will be able to buy Xbox games and play them in the cloud in the future. That is part of the plans he has with Xbox. And also at some other time, he was in an interview and he talked about cloud native games. And he said all the studios eventually are going to gear some games towards that because for multiplayer games, it's much better. And the fact that he's bringing cloud gaming to the consoles at the end of the year so that the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S is able to get the upgraded performance to play the Series X games is telling me that they're going to enable that feature as well in the Series X so that it can access the cloud technology so that when they do have those cloud native games, all of their console, Xbox One and Xbox Series will be ready for those cloud native games. I think that's why they're doing this.
Well, it follows Microsoft's concept. It follows Microsoft as a company, their overall concept. Their overall concept is having their products everywhere, to be accessible everywhere. And that's a Microsoft as a whole philosophy, because we know that. We see that with Office. Office is available everywhere on every platform. Android, iOS, Windows, Mac OS. Edge, another one, is another Microsoft product that's available everywhere. You can get it on Android, iOS, Mac OS, Windows, and Linux as well now. So it doesn't surprise me for that concept, that philosophy to follow over with Xbox. Xbox wants their stuff accessible everywhere. They've already got xCloud on Android. You got it available via the web. So now it's right now it is everywhere. My bet is when they flip that switch for the consoles, not only will you get access to it via the consoles, the Xbox One and the Series S and X, we're going to see the TV app pop up all of a sudden on Android.
Not only that, guys, but day and date games in the cloud. Playing
out of all of those, the best one that they've shown that they can do that in the cloud was MLB The Show.
Right.
That was the only Series X game, a true next-gen game that ran perfectly in the cloud.
December 8th, guess what game comes out, folks? December 8th.
Halo Infinite.
Oh,
yep.
Halo.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I got the Xbox for it.
And guess what? Bet. Guess what? Spent. He's gonna be like this. Let me hit that switch.
I said that. I called that when they announced when Halo was coming out, and they said they gave the date for Halo, but they also said, well, we're going to turn the switch on for consoles in the holiday season. I said, no, it's going to be the same day. When Halo drops, that's when you're going to see the consoles get access to it. That's when you'll see an Android TV app. And whether they do the buying games, I don't know if that'll roll out then, but the fact is they will have access xCloud or whatever they're going to call it. That is going to be available everywhere in December. When Halo Infinite drops, you're going to be able to play that on whatever device you want, whether it's console, your phone, your tablet, your TV. You're going to be able to hop from wherever you're at.
They even looked in with Nintendo if it was possible to put it on the Switch, and Nintendo doesn't want. They're trying to get xCloud on every single device that can support it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sony, are you listening?
That's my point, though. Sony has got to bring it, because if they don't,
man.
Tomorrow's event doesn't bring it, they're dead in the water by December. Microsoft is going to take it over in December when they flip that switch and xCloud goes everywhere. that Sony's. I don't see Sony being able to catch up at that point.
I say
they're going to be too far behind.
I would say it's on the games, and here's my hot take, right? And the reason why I got in cloud gaming and Stadia, one was kind of like a day and date games, right? And xCloud, while it has every single game, Microsoft's newest games like Bethesda and all that stuff, we have yet to see how that's going to play out and what's the track record on that. And I get that if you haven't been gaming on a while, if you're on a budget, okay, you got all these games available to you right now. But for me, someone who is currently playing games, who buys games that I want day or date or pre-order or whenever I feel like buying them, for a gamer like me, it's all about the games. I keep coming back to the games. Is the games, even if they flip on the xCloud, is the game that I as a gamer want to play going to be there, and is it going to be great? And for Sony, even if they don't work on PS Now, for me as a gamer, I still got the games that I want to play, and I still have Game Pass, and I can check out Halo. So that's it's always the video games. It's always the games. It's always the games.
The thing that I'm gonna say,
JD.
He says, Anthony said that's not true because people don't care about cloud gaming. The thing is, when that switch gets flipped and they turn on cloud gaming, xCloud for consoles, it's going to change the concept of what people think about cloud gaming, because now you're going to have people that have the Xbox Ones are going to be able to play Xbox X Series X games. If you have an Xbox One, you're now you're going to be able to play MLB The Show, the Series X version of the show. That is what's going to change the concept with cloud gaming. That is going to boost cloud gaming and put it further in the front of things.
And I second that with Vet. I agree with you 100%. That's a game changer, folks. And JD, you're right. The games, but there's so many different types of gamers, but it comes down to games and technology, and that's why, and I love. Hey, I got the PlayStation, I got the Xbox, but damn, that sounds sweet. That I'm gonna be playing Xbox Series X games, cloud, Halo.
But that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. And I agree. I agree.
It's 1% now.
Yeah.
But when you turn on that switch and you have people that have an Xbox One but can't afford to get that Series X, but they can now have access to those games. They now have access to the Series X games. You're gonna see those numbers go up. You can give all the negatives you want, but that is a massive game changer.
I agree
for cloud gaming in general.
It is for cloud gaming, but the track record for me is Xbox Studios games. Them producing high quality.
How much space you got on your console?
It doesn't matter. I delete them.
How much space you got on your console?
I delete
them. So let me enlighten you, brother.
Is the game good enough?
The cloud. You click and you play the games. You click and you play on the game.
Man, that is nobody clicking and playing on 2K on Stadia. This is the games, man.
The cloud is powerful, brother.
But JD, I agree with you also. It is games. But like Ray said, there's two sides to it. You have that section that is about technology and games, but you have the other ones that are they don't give a crap about it. If it's got their game, they're going to play it. That's what they want. They want the games. And we see that with Stadia. People don't care about the technology. They love the platform because it's got games that they can play, or they want more and more games. That's the difference. But what I'm looking at it with what Microsoft's about to do in December is, as a whole, is more with the technology side and how that is going to change cloud gaming as a whole and across the board.
Yeah, I agree with you guys there. Yeah, I agree. That's going to change cloud gaming, and that's going to force whoever's in that space to get their gear, their butts and gears. Like I definitely agree with
they say that now. Technology side. They say but you got to understand though, cloud is new. The guys who play are diehard console guys,
They're
man.
diehard
console guys.
The big what? How is the average consumer? Are they the diehard? The diehard fans are a select few. They are not the general consensus when it comes to gamers. You have those that don't the diehards. You're right. They don't care about the cloud, but Microsoft is not gearing towards that small select group. They're gearing towards the average gamer, everybody that plays it, and that's what's going to change the concept, the thinking about cloud gaming.
Yeah.
One of the reason I actually sold my PS5 and I'm getting an Xbox Series X is partly because of cloud gaming. First, PlayStation Now, where I am, runs really well. I'm able to play PlayStation Now games on my PC, and it runs just like if I had a PS5 hooked up to it, and even PS4 hooked up to it, and even better because I get a local upscaling. So it runs extremely well over here. But also look at currently the market, who's talking the most about cloud gaming, who's doing the most about cloud gaming, and they got projects going on that I mentioned earlier. Phil Spencer was talking about cloud native games coming to Xbox that will be implemented. They're doing a lot to bring cloud gaming in multiple shapes. So there's a lot going on there. Game Pass is a big value. They got the titles coming. Halo Infinite, seriously, I cannot wait for. I did the technical demo. It was a lot of fun. And also, PlayStation side, I mentioned PlayStation Now works really well for me. But also, I showed earlier, the Uncharted collection is going to Steam and Epic. They're releasing more and more PC games. They got a studio that's working on bringing every single of their first-party franchise on PC. So this is another method that will be current in the future to play PlayStation titles.
Mm-hmm.
It's headed in that direction. So owning a PS5 is less and less of a big deal in the future because of the cloud, and because if you got a PC, the games are going to go there. And the same for Xbox is true, except that right now I'm unable to upgrade my PC because the GPUs are not available, sadly. But the Xbox, I was able to do a pre-order on. And if you want to get a equivalent to the Xbox Series X in terms of GPU, you got to throw the money.
So that's the
What
problem
about PlayStation VR games? If they tied, what if PlayStation VR 2? Now, what if they tie that to the PS5?
Yeah, we're gonna see
down the road. But the problem I'm having right now, JD, with my son is deleting games. Say, hey, I got to delete your game. Why? Because I got to get this game. No. So that's the thing right now. Me and my son are having is deleting games on the PS5. That's why I would love for the PS5 to also do. They have a stream and they do have PlayStation Now. But they're not the newer games. And the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass is going to have some new games. Eventually, I think they're going to have all their games eventually, if it's running Xbox Series X, and that's why, PlayStation, I know they're working on it. I know it's going to be a lot.
Right, you got an Xbox?
I have an Xbox One.
Okay, I was going to ask.
I was going to get. Not all of them. No, not all of them. But that's something I'm pretty sure they're going to implement in the future when they start, when they hit the Switch. This Switch that they keep, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well,
flip the switch.
It's not. How is it not a good? I don't see that's.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about that. That I talked so much about PlayStation. I'm selling my PS5. Actually, when I bought my PS5, it was to play a few specific titles. I even mentioned before I bought my PS5 that I didn't know if I would keep it for a long time or if I would sell it. And
I remember that.
That's for you. Right here.
So it was to play mainly the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which they pretty much said would be console exclusive for a while, and the other Ratchet and Clank from the PS4 that was upgraded 60 frames per second, which I wanted to see and was pretty smooth. Really loved the experience, and there were a few other games I wanted to play, but the PlayStation I've been looking at for the last year, the reason why I started this podcast was because of PlayStation Now, which runs extremely well and still does, that I can access on my PC. Which, because when I started this podcast, I didn't have a PS5, only had PlayStation Now, and I was mind blown by it. So I got the PS5, got to play a bunch of games on it, got a few platinum trophies, really enjoyed it. But now seeing how I'm not able currently to play xCloud and really enjoy it, because the performance isn't yet on par in my area where I live, but seeing how good a deal the Game Pass is, for me, in the end, it's much more worthwhile to sell my PS5, get an Xbox Series X instead, get Game Pass, still subscribe to PlayStation Now, and now I can double dip in the PlayStation catalog, where there's a bunch of games like Horizon Zero Dawn's in there, God of War is in there, and they're bringing more and more titles. They already teased that Spider-Man is going on there, and Horizon Forbidden West will head on PlayStation Now eventually, and it documents. So that's what I'm going to use from now on for my PlayStation games. And hopefully Sony does something to spin it up to bring PS5 games on there, bring game purchases on it. So there's some interesting stuff going on in the cloud for PlayStation. And Xbox brings such a good value to access all those games.
What are you doing, dude? Go trolls. Don't you got a script for no yes men?
About being a dedicated
I mean,
this was never, when we started this was never nowhere and anywhere did we say that this was a PlayStation show. We always said that it was PlayStation, but it was cloud focused. It was always focused on the cloud aspect of PlayStation. Yeah. It was never geared towards the console or PlayStation in general. If you want console, you want PlayStation console, go to PlayStation Source.
Well, anyway, now it is CloudStationTV.
Yeah, we're
if you look in the corner, it is CloudStationTV.
If you look right underneath the diamonds.
Wait a minute, make sure you got your glasses on. If you can blind them,
I can put it right there.
You might not be able to get him on with his hands, you know.
But I gotta know. But look here, it's called. Look, he's in Canada. We're in America. You free to change, do whatever you want to do. It is preference. You don't have to be secluded to something.
It's called games. It's evolution. It's called evolving.
Oh my God!
You have to evolve your channel.
Shaking my head, and that people got mad when we brought up about the ESPN. That's a no. You know what? That's a yes man thing. They bring. You know what? That's the no yes man bringing the stuff from the past.
Go ahead and get mad. See if I care.
Yeah.
He said it's a good look.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's just
and am I worried about one person that's sitting here complaining out of all of the people that show up? No.
Anyway, I know what he's doing. I know what he's trying to do.
Oh, I do too. I'm not worried about it.
Make us mad.
Oh man,
I'm mad though, DrSpaceman. I'm mad he's getting I'm mad that he's getting the nice one.
I'm getting the Xbox Spaceman edition.
They literally, Microsoft actually contacted him to make sure it was okay. They had to actually get the license from DrSpaceman.
The rest of us love and support you guys. Thank you, man. Thank you
very much, Mag.
Thank you, man. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. But I will tell you this, folks. You will never see a Jerry Springer show on here where people threaten one another and try and kill them in the streets. Not on this show.
Not naming names or anything.
Not on this show.
Not on this show.
Hell
What y'all
no.
gonna say when I have my Xbox, man? I'm gonna have mine too. I'm still getting the
I'm
Series
getting,
X.
I'm getting the Xbox Series.
You know what I'm
X.
saying?
Well, JD's
And
getting that blinged out one, that diamond
I'm getting the
infused
bling one.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put some PlayStation logos over the Xbox logos.
Just get a big old PlayStation skin.
All right.
He's gonna get
just
that.
for the,
He's gonna get that special
Just put the
edition. that
MLB
does-
to show skin
Yeah.
on it.
Well, no, he's got that special edition one. He's gonna get. It's a dual boot, so it's got PlayStation and Xbox on the same thing.
But it's gonna be called PSX, man.
Could you imagine if someone modded an Xbox to load both Sony's stuff and the Xbox?
They actually
Yeah.
did that to load PS1 games with doesn't have ray tracing, but almost.
No,
So-
yeah, the emulators though on that you
Look
can use on the
crazy good.
Xbox Series.
without
Even the
scaling.
Xbox, I did that on the Xbox One X. I was playing Dreamcast games and PlayStation, and they ran just better than some of the other games that I've played in the past. I was amazed at how well it looked, and I've watched some people that have used the Series X to do the same thing, and I'm like, God, you talk about using technology to the fullest. That's a great way to showcase it when you can load up your Xbox Series X to play a PlayStation 1 game.
What I like about the Series X that you don't get with the PS5 is that on the Series X, I'll be able to play this, a game from 2 generations ago.
What? Oh, I thought you were talking about that Grand Theft Auto game.
It's Blue Dragon.
That's even older.
Nah, I'm gonna stick to playing New World. New World.
Man.
I'm an official. Ben and I are official New World content creators. We've been approved, so I'll be streaming this. Yeah, sent me a trailer. Okay, just wanted to. Yeah, it's PlayStation, so it should be safe. So let's play this. Just sent me a trailer for a game. Yeah, it's a game you talked about in the chat earlier. New World is dope. Haven't tried it yet. It'll be my first time tomorrow.
I love New World. I remember playing New World. I loved it.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, I was until my computer crashed.
What the hell is that?
That looks good.
Oh, now that looks amazing.
What the hell?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's that new.
Final Fantasy aesthetic.
Whoa, man, that looks like the Matrix things.
Yeah. Looks like a mix of the Matrix and Final Fantasy.
Damn.
Yeah, that was that new PS.
And Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Okay, that looks dope. That looks great. She had a jetpack on.
Wow.
Yeah. That
Wow, look at the uniform.
Yeah. It's Attack on Titan mechanic.
But this is not actual gameplay, guys. It's not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Gotta see.
That's
Now
that's
that's
No.
gameplay.
Ray,
That's
maybe
gameplay.
it is. Maybe that is. That could just be PlayStation 6 gameplay.
reminds me a lot of Outriders.
Dude, I'll be mad as hell if they come out with a PlayStation 6, because that made me mad when I bought my Saturn, and then they came out with the damn Dreamcast, and I was like, what the hell?
I was
Saved up
upset
my
too, but I still
$500
bought 'em
some
both.
dollars.
Hey, look, I bought Dreamcast the day it came out. I remember because I bought that damn thing at GameStop, and I spent over $500 on everything that I bought for it.
And then it came. I'm like, wait a minute. I just bought your console, and you got another one. I got to spend another.
Well, then you bought the Dreamcast, and then they went bankrupt. I was like, what the hell, Sega?
Third-person multiplayer with superpowers. So yeah, pretty much Outriders.
So this
But
to change,
hopefully better.
not to change the subject, but I did see The Verge just posted a tweet that said Amazon's game engine can be used to aid humanity in a zombie apocalypse. Apparently, so Amazon's going to be the one to save the world. Their game engine.
But yeah, I'm really eager to play New World tomorrow.
I
the
watched.
beta's
Oh
coming
no, I
out.
didn't. I've seen enough of it, but with the bits, listening to everybody chatting about it. God, I was really looking forward to testing out when I saw the email that I got, and then I was just disappointed when I realized that I read it over again, and then I'm like, And I looked down. I'm like, oh, that's right. I don't have that computer now.
No.
And I'm just like,
That busted his computer.
I didn't break it. I
Wukong
didn't.
is another game.
Cyber
that looks-
Dining.
He said, "Damn it, man, beat me again."
You know what it was? It was me playing Siege all the time and losing. That's what it was.
Hold on, sir. Have you tried blowing in your power pack?
That was when that kid did that. He turned the laptop on the side and blew it in the charger hole. Then took this part and did the same thing. And I'm thinking, this isn't a Nintendo. That ain't a Super Mario Brothers 1 cartridge. I was just like, what in the hell are you doing? If that's what you're getting paid for, I should be able to get a job here.
You cowboy.
But
I can't walk.
Come on. It's a whole new. Oh, I can't say that.
hey, we're gonna get shut down. The house of Mickey don't like that stuff.
All right.
The mouse
Sorry,
hates it when we take their stuff on our show. Yeah, that's another game that Maker Chaos mentioned. Wukong.
Ooh, look at that.
Looks really good.
Is this just footage or is this actual gameplay? Oh no, that is gameplay. That it says it at the top. Gameplay trailer.
Gameplay trailer.
Please go forward.
Gameplay. That
That's
looks
gameplay.
fantastic.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
Unreal Engine 5.
God,
Ooh,
Yeah.
man, look how
See
he's
the-
swinging that.
when he jumped and all that with the way that Matrix styles. God Almighty.
Damn, he
Yeah.
straight froze them and then popped them upside the head.
That'll be an interesting game to keep an eye on.
Man, this game is gonna be hard, probably.
Woo! I mean, I can
Wow.
do that. I do that all
Yeah,
the
it's
time.
gonna be a
outside.
Souls-like, so
Is that? Wait a minute, is that a rat? Is that Splinter the rat? Holy crap!
I knew he was still alive.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's another game I want. I want to come. I wish it would come to the cloud. That new Ninja Turtle game. God,
Oh yeah, the one with April O'Neil. Did they?
Yeah, I wish that one would come to the cloud.
Oh man.
Might.
Look at. I mean, this is impressive.
Yep. Yeah, this one's a boss fight, so looks pretty good.
Awesome.
God Almighty.
Yeah, it's
look
one
at
of the
that.
first game that's coming out with the Unreal Engine 5, and that they've been teasing for a while.
EA. Hey,
Did
EA,
you
if
see
you're watching-
Solstice?
If you're watching EA, maybe you should switch the engine up with Madden. Just saying.
What do you say, JD?
Did y'all see the Solstice trailer?
Dude, I thought he said Soul Sisters. I was like, what?
Solstice.
Well, it is sisters. It is Solstice. SOULSTICE.
Nope, haven't seen that.
Yeah, check a look at that.
I think it's confirmed Xbox Series X and PS5. And you can collect weapons from the boss you defeat. That's nice. Solstice. Lookite. Oh, you can turn into insects.
Oh, sweet.
It looks amazing.
God.
Look at the leaves of grass.
So you can turn into a giant flying bug. That's you don't see that every day.
No, but
No, they got it on Xbox already. It's called Playground, whatever.
Oh, that bug.
It's a big world, and he's just standing between the blades of grass, and it looks amazing.
I saw somebody had posted
There's
a
a lot
tweet
of
about some of the
details.
old multiplayer games that Xbox had come out with. I think it was on the 360. If anybody, God, what the heck was it? It was that Doritos game. You remember that?
I think I remember something.
I don't know if I got to think of the name.
Yeah, it looks like a very interesting game.
I put it in
won't
the
play whole
private
trailer.
chat.
I want to. I got to remember what the hell that game was on the Xbox because it's going. Oh shit!
Solstice.
Woo.
Hello there.
Hello.
The aesthetic looks a lot like Demon Soul, except for the
Yeah.
characters, but the environment around. Yeah, looks interesting.
It's like Demon Souls with Devil May Cry or something.
Yeah,
Ooh,
very
yeah,
accurate.
yeah. Oh, look at that. Whoa.
Whoa. What the?
You're a bond. I can get the rest. It's like it has different camera angles too.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Feel like a Bayonetta.
Or Bayonetta, yeah.
Monsters look awesome. Okay, then very interested in this game. I'm guessing it's a PS5 exclusive.
They didn't say. I think it might be PS5, PS4, and PC.
Interesting. So, how long do you guys think it'll take for coming back to New World? How long do you guys think it'll take for New World to end up on Luna?
I think.
Because that's coming out tomorrow on for the beta and at the end of the.
I think when the beta is over, when it comes out, when it gets released, I could see when it gets released, Luna's going to come out of beta. It would make sense because this is a game. This is Amazon's game, right? If I'm correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So what? I already get one. What better way to utilize that? Say, hey, guess what? Luna's available for everyone now, and you can play New World in the cloud.
That would be awesome.
Because that could potentially that's their exclusive game. If that's the only place you could play, I mean, you could download it if you want.
There's that, and there's a Lost Ark coming in a few months, also from Amazon.
But if we're saying that for it to go to Luna, I say when it goes live, then Luna's going to go live for it's going to come out of beta, and that's going to be their exclusive title. That's going to be their game changer of sorts.
Yeah.
Hey, Mamba Man.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mamba Man?
Anyone else want to chime in?
Yeah, I just think it'll be there. It'll be interesting to see if it comes like December with xCloud.
I think they're gonna experiment on PC and then it'll be in the cloud.
I wouldn't.
Chariot Man, what's up?
Gaming.
What's up, man?
Good to see you. What I wouldn't be surprised to see happen for New World is it's first going to come out on PC, and wave by wave, they might send access to everyone who bought the game. Like Amazon will have the email address of everyone playing it, even if you bought it on Steam. And they might slowly send waves of invite to play the game on Luna, so people can play on the go, like on tablets or whatever device, to see how it, like getting new players in, if it has any effect on the servers. So it might be possible that we might see it in waves just for that game, then open up to the full library of Luna if people want. But if they bought that game, because if you get Luna right now, you pay the subscription, you get Luna Plus, and that's how you get all the games.
Yeah.
But if you just buy New World, pay the amount to buy the game, that might be the Luna basic way of playing. If you buy those games, you might not need a subscription.
Interesting.
So,
well, since we're talking New World, they just tweeted out 9 minutes ago, though. Emails are starting to roll out, so keep your eyes peeled. So for those that signed up for the beta, Emails are going out as of 9 minutes ago via their Twitter feed.
Good to know.
Working on it.
So just start hitting refresh while you're watching us.
Yeah, I just hit
man.
refresh. I only have the content creator stuff, not the beta. Thanks, Harriet.
So what will happen is when while we're still live, when we end, we'll all of a sudden we won't have an end credits or nothing because DrSpaceman's just gonna hit the end button because he's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going.
We ain't gonna see it for a while.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
Oh yeah, I see the tweet you're talking about. Email starting to roll out. Will they actually release the beta tonight?
Yep.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, that will definitely be something.
Because that game's going to be extremely popular. From what I understand, a lot of people walked into the one of the first beta that happened a while ago and not expecting much and were impressed by the game. And it's becoming more and more popular. So it is a game to keep an eye on. I guess I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Nope.
I'm going to keep an eye on this. I want to play as soon as possible. And can guess I am going to stream this game. So, did you guys have any other news you wanted to cover?
I don't think so.
No, my son's over here. Dad, Fortnite.
Go get back to my friends.
If you haven't seen me and DrSpaceman and Kiefer played Knockout City this weekend, go check out DrSpaceman's Twitch or Facebook.
I was on YouTube for that one, and Kiefer was on Twitch.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it was one of them.
I'm going to refocus on
he's
YouTube.
He's not privileged to say that whether or not he is streaming right now.
I was getting a snack. Are you streaming New World right now?
That's what happens when you leave to get a snack. You miss out on the exciting news.
I'm not streaming yet, but I'm
even showed off some video footage.
Creator.
He's about to stream. Oh man!
But yeah, last weekend we played some Knockout City. It was a lot of fun. So definitely look at that game. It's part of Game Pass for through the EA Play. So we had a lot of fun.
It's free. Like
you can't beat that, guys.
Hey,
I was craving some cheese.
I love cheese too, so I'm okay. That you're okay then. Depends on the kind of cheese, though. I would say.
What smoked cheddar?
Yeah, what kind of cheese we talking about?
What you got over there?
Cheese is delicious.
Swiss?
Get out.
Provolone.
Provolone. What you got?
What you got over there?
Montgomery.
Get that fancy cheese.
Cheddar. Hey, see, there you go.
That's all you got.
Cheddar makes it better, baby.
American cheese for the win.
Oh my God, you guys are.
Yeah, definitely facts.
Look, I think I did a show when I did my Star Trek show. So when I did my Star Trek stream on, I had some people watching on Twitch that were engaged in the actual game and helping me with the game. Literally, Meg and everyone else in the chat on YouTube, all they were talking about was food. That's all my chat was. It had nothing to do with the game at all. It was literally the entire chat was nothing going on about food. So I'm like trying to communicate with both of them. Like, all right, I can. As I'm reading all of the chat, though, I'm getting hungry because they're just sitting there talking about food, and then the hell.
Dude, you gotta hurry up and get me off or I kill this boy.
Fortnite.
Yeah. To be fair, Twitch did talk about the game though. So
just tell your son you get to play Fortnite every fortnight. That's
like
that. Twitch talked about the games though. That's the thing. I'm gonna focus from now on YouTube, but I might still use Twitch partly to stream a New World since it's an Amazon game. So I might switch from one to the other for just for that game. So we're gonna see. So unless you guys didn't have anything else to talk about, yay, stay on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. I've tried a bunch of them, and I really love YouTube.
Yeah.
So unless you guys,
I stray away from you. I keep going to other platforms while I'm still doing the YouTube thing, but I always end up cutting everything else out and just focusing on YouTube.
YouTube for the win.
It's the community is what keeps me here. The YouTube community is what keeps me here.
it's not just that. YouTube is currently doing some moves. They got big streamers coming right now to try to change, because there's not a big streaming mentality around YouTube at the moment. They've been trying to develop YouTube gaming for a while, but it's not easy to take. But they've been like, they got Dr. Disrespect, they got Harris Hellard, now they got Tim the Tatman, they got Dr. Lupo. They got Courage on. They were signing.
They got some big, they got some big time players.
So those were, most of them had contracts with Twitch in order to bring people to Twitch. So they were paid more than what they were generating, but they were bringing people over there who then would see other streamers.
And the thing, I read an article after Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman, they all, when they started streaming, after they signed their exclusivity contracts with YouTube and started on the platform, people were looking at the numbers, and Twitch's numbers dropped. I mean, comparing to like YouTube gaming and all of these others, it wasn't significant, but it was enough to.
You say you got to wrap it up, Vet.
I'm getting this. I'm about to turn around and knock my son out.
But
yeah, I'll save it for next week.
But definitely, all those streamers are making more money with YouTube than they were with Twitch. YouTube is very good at bringing different way of monetizing, and they've been doing it really well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't have to worry about those issues on Twitch with the certain types of raids that Twitch doesn't seem to really care too much about doing anything with.
Nope, I got it. I got it this last weekend. Not as bad as other people have gotten it, but I got it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's continuing to happen, and all they've done is given just a generic statement that we're taking care of the situation, which we obviously is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that I don't see that often on YouTube. That's one thing when it comes to the gaming community. It's one thing I really like. That's one of the things that has kept me with YouTube, and why I don't think I will ever leave the platform when it comes to live streaming.
No, they're doing moves to incorporate more features to make the streams interesting. And no, it's a good platform to be on.
Love blue cheese. I'm sorry.
Blue cheese is great.
I know that, man. You look at the top of the chat. That's all I see is blue cheese, and then
love blue. Oh my god! Crumbled blue cheese on salad. Oh,
oof! Yes.
Chicken wings with chunky blue cheese.
Oh my god, DrSpaceman.
As long as it has the actual chunks, it's not like that watered down.
Nah, you gotta have the chunks.
Gotta have the big old chunks. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. JD. Oh my god, man.
Look at him saying.
Just give me some over my house and game with me, because I'd have some buffalo wings with some big old fat
Hidden Valley Ranch. That's all I need.
I just called it too. I said it's gonna be ranch and wings.
Laughing at the blue cheese.
Spicy sauce and chunky blue cheese mixed, like dip in one, dip in the other. That's the good stuff.
Thursday night football, guys. Tomorrow night, I might see now. I might do some wings tomorrow night.
Hey Ray, are you going to play Rocket League? They got the football, whatchamacallit going on, NFL. Y'all see that?
Rocket League is stupid. Come on
They
now.
got the NFL.
That's how you call a Ryzak in the chat.
Yeah. Don't even say that word. You know he's about to pop in all of a sudden.
Dude, he's probably playing that right now. He's playing that right now.
Stupid ass game.
It's like the Candyman. It's like Ryzak. He's gonna pop.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap this up. So,
Yeah.
Ray, where can we find you?
What do I got going on? Streaming Saturday, one of my favorite games on Stadia, Red Dead Redemption 2. Then let's see, Sunday I might do either an xCloud or a GFN, one of those games. I might do something, and then Sunday night, I don't know, but I'm definitely Blood Hunt, sucking blood. Anyway, go ahead.
So, no New World for you, Ray?
No, dude. You know what? I know now. I know why I didn't do it, because you had to fill all that stuff out, man. I just like, God dang, they want to know everything. So I was like, nah, that's all right. I'll just wait. There's a lot of stuff to fill out for a content creator.
I know there was.
Dude. Well, Dr. Space, you got the hookup if you didn't fill that out. It was a long thing of stuff to fill out. They wanted to know your views. They wanted to know all your channels and da-da-da. I was like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah. You had to look at they wanted to know your followers, subscribers.
Yeah.
It
was a lot.
bad.
But anyway, I'll be watching it.
Where can
I guess find me YouTube Vet Cloud Gaming and on Twitter at Vet Cloud Gaming. I'm gonna try to do some streams. If I do, I'm gonna figure a way to jerry rig my Chromebook up to aim it with the webcam to aim at the TV, so I can just use my Shield to stream, because I can't get the Shield to stream directly to YouTube for GFN content, but I will find a way to get stuff done. So I've got some methods I can use and some other things I can get it, more than likely get it to work. So I will end up doing a show tomorrow. I just don't know what time yet or what I'll be streaming.
What about you, JD? Where can we find you?
JD3 MXP on all platforms, man, and you can find me streaming Friday night for Stadia Vet Community Network. And yeah, man, whenever I pop up on YouTube,
see you at the showcase.
Yeah, see me at the showcase. Me wilding out. Hey, we'll have a whole week to compose ourselves before we talk about it.
That'll be a big subject next week, even though we're CloudStationTV now. So this right here, we'll sure be talking about a lot of PlayStation next week, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of news. And I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox drops some big news at the same time, just to counterbalance. Because we've seen that PlayStation drop a big news, Xbox comes with a counterpunch. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Thank you, real certified doctor.
Awesome stream, guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
As for myself, I'll be streaming some New World for at least the next 2 days, during the day and during the evening. So really looking forward to playing this game. Great show, everyone. Thanks, Shroud. So other than this, I don't know if I'll have time to play any other games, because I want to get as much done in this game as possible to get a good grasp at it, so that when the game finally launches at the end of the month, I know where I'm going. I know what build I want to do. So that'll keep me busy. So you can expect a lot of New World content coming from me very soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Awesome show, guys. Nice. Thank you very much, Mama Man TV. So on this is Cloud Nation TV. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Woo, bring it, Sony.
And have a good night.